Alright, what is going on, YouTube? We are going live for an emergency broadcast regarding severe weather here in the United States. Getting things set up here. I'm trying to scramble. We got a tornado warning down in South Baltimore. Very interesting setup for today. We've had some localized enhancement of today's risk. So, overall, I do think a decent, solid severe weather risk is in play. And it's just, honestly, right now there's a lot of tornado warnings ongoing too. So we're going to get all that wrapped up here. I'm just getting our program up as well. So, let me know how you guys are doing. We've trying to get back into more of a schedule here. Going to be starting classes relatively soon. That's exciting overall. And it's also a lot easier for me to get a routine. And I can be back to my studio. So all the good stuff will be happening here relatively soon, which is, exciting overall. But man, we just have so many tornadoes going on. Okay, let's see if I get my warning replays up. Looks like that is... Oh, wait, no, I don't want warning replays. I want our severe weather monitor to be up. There we go. Okay, hopefully this works. Please. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so... we are up there. 4 tornado warnings active. That should also pop up on our display. Here, maybe not. Broadcast capture. Let's see here. Also just making sure we are live. Right? We are broadcasting. At least I thought we were.
New tornado warning. Newcastle D. Chester, PA.
Oh, there's a Pennsylvania tornado warning. That is quite the shock. Okay, we should be good. Why is the bitrate dying so badly? Always has to be an update regarding... I swear, regarding... Oh, what the heck? Oh boy, okay, we can get you up here. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, let me make you smaller. Beautiful, okay. Almost ready to go here. Got 5 active tornado warnings now. Why does it sound like that was accelerating? Start virtual camera. 6 tornado warnings at once. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. I'm going to put you down here, and we're going to alt. All right, now we're looking fancy up in here. This is relatively nice. More of a border. 37 active warnings. Holy crap! All right, I think we're good overall. That's good. We're gonna get on the other pages here as well. Just making sure our service is good. Come on. I'm on YouTube. Come on, YouTube. I don't know if we're up or not. Well, we'll see if that gets out of its shell here. I don't know what's exactly happening. Oh, did I accidentally not make it? Is it? Oh my gosh, I'm silly. Public. There we go. Okay. Now we should be good to go. Okay. We'll get rid of that. It's pretty obvious. All right, well, YouTube, now you can see us here. I forgot to make it public. Whoopsies. But here we go. We've got so many tornado warnings. What is going on, TikTok? How is it going? We've got a ton of stuff happening here on the radar. I actually have to reduce the lightning here. As we have ongoing tornado warnings across the country, guys. Current count across country, I believe right now, is 6. 6 active tornado warnings. Let's go over every single one of them. The first one being here in southeast Pennsylvania, northern Delaware for Kennett Square. This tornado warning is radar indicated heading towards the northeast here. You can see kind of associated with 2 parts of the storm here. You got tornado warnings basically all the way down this line segment of the storms. So we can basically associate them all with a similar type of thing that's happening here, where we have just a big situation ongoing, a big line of thunderstorms, all causing problems, and we've got tornado warnings out for along the entire area. We could have QLCS tornadoes, that's what they're called. Those are the types of tornadoes that quickly spin up, drop down, cause damage, and then move on. So if you live within these areas, I think we might get some downstream tornado warnings here relatively soon as well, for maybe Wilmington, Newcastle. But if you live in Elkton, Chesapeake City, or west of Middletown here in Maryland, you need to be in your safe place. Now, heading down south, guys, we've got a lot of people in these tornado warnings. If you are within Savannah Park or Rock Hall, you are also underneath the tornado warning here in Maryland, south of Baltimore. You can see how this is another kind of collision ongoing. This is a collision-related tornado warning from colliding boundaries, colliding thunderstorms, causing that quick spin-up motion happening in the atmosphere as well. So we can check Rockville in a second. Let me just go over all the warnings ongoing. Again, 6 active tornado warnings. Let's head down to the south. We do have 1 tornado warning also in North Carolina. This is heading towards Charlotte, so heads up to Charlotte. But currently, if you are in Hickory, Statesville, or Maiden, you're underneath a tornado warning. And that tone means we just got another tornado warning, guys. So we're going to continue to update this. And this is a big one. This is a big update for my friends here in North Carolina, where we have a tornado warned storm heading towards Asheville, Black Mountain, and Mars Hill. We've got an ongoing tornado warning for you guys. Seek shelter immediately. What's going on, TikTok? Good to see you guys here. We've got a lot to go over, and by I mean a lot to go over. So feel free to drop a like so we can get the word out to as many people as possible. You can see a few new things around me here to my, I guess, your right. There's the count for tornadoes and severe thunderstorm warnings. 8. We have 8 tornado warnings ongoing. Below me are the most recent 2 tornado warnings that have been issued. Of course, we're going to be sticking with them here on the radar, but we've got a lot to talk about. A possible tornado outbreak happening across the kind of northeast, and we have some also down in the eastern seaboard here through the regions. So again, a very complicated forecast, but also the tornado watch that was issued, very much well warranted now. Now we have another tornado warning here for Annapolis. Annapolis now underneath a tornado warning, a radar indicated tornado warning here for Maryland. So keep that in mind. Where's everyone watching from? Let me know, guys. Where are you guys watching from? We're going to shift over here. No current alerts in New Jersey. Right now, you are underneath a tornado watch, though, so stay alert. These tornado-warned storms right here are marching their way very rapidly to the east. You can see how their movement is there. We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning polygon out to the west of Philadelphia. This is associated with the storms that have the history of producing tornadoes, winds into the 60-mile-per-hour range. Yeah, that's all coming towards you guys. So get ready for there. I get off the roadways. It's going to be very tricky commute home if you guys are on the roadways. You don't want to be on the roads. We just had that really bad tornado yesterday in Wisconsin. These are kind of similar situations where we have tornadoes going through very highly populated areas as well. Queens, New York, another situation where we're keeping an eye on severe weather that is moving in from the west. It is kind of moving in this general direction. Not raining or thunderstorming yet. However, could see a couple of isolated storms make their way all the way out to you. I'm just going to change down the radar loop a little bit closer. We got a lot going on, so we're going to keep the radar loop nice and tight here. So we have no currently confirmed tornadoes, but we do have 8 active tornado warned storms. Let's head back down to the south, guys. So again, we do have a bunch of new tornado warnings here for Asheville, Weaverville, and Mars Hill here in North Carolina. So if you are within this region, seek shelter immediately. That's going to be valid until, we're getting a bunch of new updates, valid until 6 p.m. So we got this also tornado warning. This is heading to the general Charlotte region here, guys. Charlotte, just northwest of you, is an active tornado warned storm. Hickory and Statesville underneath the tornado warning. Looks like we're getting a bunch of new updates in. Now we have just ramped up, guys. We've ramped up to Rockingham, North Carolina. Now underneath the tornado warning here. That tornado warning is over here. So we got a tornado warning for Burlington and Alta Hall. Seek shelter immediately. Now we're up to 9 tornado warnings, guys. 9 tornado warnings. Pretty crazy. We also have a continued tornado warning here. A new tornado warning. Actually, someone was asking about Rock Hall. You're now underneath a tornado warning. So chatter in Rock Hall. You need to seek shelter immediately. Let's take a look at velocity on this one. You can see main rotation actually might have a tornado on the ground right here just to the east of you, but you are underneath a tornado warning. You see that rotation, reds and greens right next to each other, heading towards the southeast, heading towards Church Hill. So it's dire that you seek shelter as soon as possible to get off the roadways here. A possible forming tornado is in your vicinity. Moving up to the northeast, guys, we have more tornado warnings still out for Chesapeake Bay, Sealyton, the northeast, which is the city here in Maryland, Elkton, and then also on the border of Delaware and Pennsylvania. So Kennett Square, this just got continued. You can see tornado warning out for there. Yes, if you're in Annapolis, you should be in your safe place right now, IDK, Sleepy. Is anyone else in a tornado warning right now? Let me know if you're in a tornado warning. Guys, do not wait. Make sure you take actions. Seek shelter immediately. You can see it just got updated there. That is continued. So 9 active tornado warnings ongoing. How's it going, Nate? We have a lot of tornado warnings ongoing, guys. A lot of tornado warnings. So obviously, looks like we're starting to go with a possible regional tornado outbreak with the region. There's just all these tornado warnings out here. They just issued a new SBC meso-analysis and a statement here by the Storm Prediction Center. Let me see if I can get some words out by the National Weather Service regarding this tornado outbreak here. And sorry, just pulling it up because it was just posted. I actually don't know if it's on yet online. No. Okay, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for that one. But either way, I can see in the details they are continuing the EF1, EF2 potential for tornadoes. So it is very important, guys. You seek shelter. Urbanized areas still can get hit by tornadoes. Seeing a lot of people join in, guys. Here is the current recap. We have 9 active tornado-warned storms across the United States. We're going to be covering them all. Sorry if I'm not answering your specific spot questions, but I can tell you if there's a new tornado warning out here, I will let you know the moment it happens. Below me are the 2 most recent tornado warnings, and also to my right side of the screen there is the current count for tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings. Current count being 9 tornado warnings and 37 severe thunderstorm warnings. A regional tornado outbreak is happening. If you just got tornado warning in Mooresville, North Carolina, that is for a reason. You need to seek shelter right now, Jody. Please take action, okay? These storms over here in North Carolina are looking pretty nasty, so nothing confirmed on the ground at this moment, but it is important you seek shelter right now. Let's go through all of the warnings, guys, so you can get up to speed on where we are at right now, if you would. Guys, if you guys do me a favor really quick, if you could follow and like the stream so we get the word out to as many people as possible, that'd be great. Let's start off with Mars Hill, Weaverville, and Asheville, as well as Black Mountain here in North Carolina. You might be thinking, guys, you live in a mountainous terrain region, you are safe from tornadoes. That is not true. Mountainous terrain still can get hit by tornadoes. There are many famous cases of this happening, so please do not rely on local geography or folktale depending on your region. please seek shelter here in North Carolina. Shifting over to the east here, we have also another tornado warning here for Hickory, Maiden, and just west of Mooresville, North Carolina. This is coming towards Charlotte, so be on alert. If this gets issued and continues to move to the southeast, Charlotte will be up next for that tornado warned storm here. Let's move up to the northeast. Still in North Carolina, we have dual tornado warnings out for the same storm. This is now for Burlington and Reidsville. You can see the storm is moving southeast. Has that hook shape right on the edge right here. You can see pretty visible. A tornado will be right about here, heading to the southeast towards Alta Hall and Burlington. Seek shelter right there. Heading up to the northeast here, guys. But watch out for this one, southeast of Richmond. That looks like a pretty suspicious cell. Just popped up in the last few radar scans. I do have a new tornado warning out here. Fredericksburg, just south of Fredericksburg. Underneath a tornado warning here. This is going to be for Virginia. You can see right on the edge here. We've got Chancellor, Levels, Massaponax, and New Post. Seek shelter immediately here. That's a brand new tornado warning in that region. Heading up to the northeast. And that does bring our official tornado warning count to double digits. Double-digit tornado warning counts. Annapolis still underneath an active tornado warning, including Cape St. Clair, Edgewater, and looks like a new tornado warning also getting issued. This is an update here. Again, every time you hear that tone, a new tornado warning gets issued or updated. Rock Hall and Centerville here in Maryland underneath the active tornado warnings. And, okay, continuing to move east. Also, another SVC mesoscale discussion right here, too. We'll go into those details just in a second. Oops, what we lost it for a second. Okay, wow, gotta watch out for this, guys. This is a special rainy day weather alert in this zone here. If you are within this zone, let me name out these towns here. Seaford, Milford, Dover, Easton, Cambridge, and the surrounding communities. If you live within that purple zone, the Storm Prediction Center, National Weather Service, has just stated a strong tornado is possible within the next few hours. The next 1 to 2 hours could feature a strong tornado. So keep that in mind, guys. A special announcement saying, hey, the conditions here are growing in strength. So if you just heard those town names or you recognize you live within this pink area, you've just been upgraded in tornado capability. So let's continue on with our tornado warnings here. A tornado warning continuing just south of Chestertown. And then also continuing tornado warning here just northwest of Wilmington, Delaware, right on the Delaware and Pennsylvania border, heading to the northeast in Kennett Square. Whew, deep breath, everyone. Down to 8 tornado warnings active right now, but it is quite an active time right now. You can see the latest update on that one. Let me answer some broad questions. Again, if you have a specific town, guys, please rely on your alerts. I'm going to go, don't worry, every new tornado warning that comes up, it'll come up beneath me, and also I will go over it here on radar, but please take action first. And just a reminder, we've got a couple new mesoscale discussions. This biggest one, guys, this is like the biggest thing to focus on is we could see a strong tornado. That's correct. In the next 1 to 2 hours within this purple zone, including Maryland and Delaware. So that's a concerning trend regarding the strengths of these storms. Kind of a full radar update you can see. Let me put on our larger radar scope. You can see how we've had this kind of pivoting surface low pressure right up here. This is what's bringing our surface level spin and amplifying these storms, specifically in this warm sector here where we have that active tornado watch as well. So lots to watch out for and 8 active tornado warnings. Yeah, again, this stream's not to freak you out, but you should take this seriously, guys. The SBC has just upgraded our tornado strength capability. So this SBC said an EF2 to EF3 tornado is possible within some of these zones here. So it's getting pretty serious. These are types of tornadoes that can do serious structural damage. And that for that zone of concern, that's in eastern Maryland and Delaware. So we have continuing tornado warnings. The latest one was in Anne Ardell. Actually, we just got a new update here. That's refreshing. Yeah, up in Maryland, we're going to go through the tornado warnings again. The tornado warning continue here in Mars Hill, Weaverville, and Asheville. How do you get the live scan spinny thing? It's a special feature I have on this broadcast version of Weatherfront. So Hickory and Maiden still underneath the tornado warning. Let's check on these tornado warned storms here, guys. See if we can get any velocity. Look at that possible tornado right there. You can see those reds and greens right next to each other just east of Newton, North Carolina. Moving up to the north here. You can see this is the Burlington, North Carolina tornado warned storm. And this one's probably one of the best couplets we've seen so far with the couplet moving southeast. And when I'm talking about couplet, guys, I'm talking about the radar scanning, the winds going away and towards the radar. I'm seeing some strong indication there is rotation growing in that sector there. So heading towards Burlington, North Carolina. Let's check out some of our tornado warning storms up to the north here, just south of Fredericksburg, Virginia here. You can see, ooh, the radar is not too good here. We got a little bit of side lobes, a little bit of distortion, but there is a lot of reds and greens right next to each other. Just nothing that's too convincing of a tornado. Maybe right there. It might be having a possible tornado form right here over some neighborhoods. So make sure, you guys, you seek shelter in that active tornado warning. Let's check Philly area in just a second. We're getting up there. So moving up to the north, I mean, also dealing with some flash flooding concerns here in Washington, D.C. Also, look at this giant severe thunderstorm warning here, guys. This severe thunderstorm warning with a with a considerable tag, 70-mile-per-hour winds inside this, on top of a few tornado warnings. Storms. Annapolis still remains underneath that tornado warning, about to be canceled here. Expires in 10 minutes as well. All right, moving over here, Centerville and Rock Hall still remain underneath an active tornado warning there. Now, moving up to Philadelphia. So, Philadelphia, honestly, you should be bracing for a possible high-impact storm here. Look at this. We've got a bow echo forming. So, this is when the winds start to gather and mix their way down to the surface. You can look how the storm is forming more of a bow structure rather than a messy look. This tells me this thing is starting to amp up its wind potential. So, straight-line winds and isolated tornado potential is building. So, be ready for some power outages, especially west and into Philadelphia. So, watch out. If you're in this kind of corridor right here, I'm going to draw it out for you guys, as the storm bows out and kind of spreads out the area there. So Philadelphia could see an isolated tornado or two here moving your region, but also growing concern for significant winds, 70-plus mile per hour. For anyone living up in northern New Jersey or New York, we're dealing with more of a flash flooding risk here. Do have a severe thunderstorm warning out for Bernardsville, but not much of a tornado risk overall. There's a little bit less spin in the atmosphere. Weather channel, see tornado warnings 15 minutes away from you. Oh, geez, that's pretty close. So again, stay weather aware out there. These storms are moving relatively quickly here in some of these regions. Again, please don't spam locations, guys. We focus on giving out those tornado warnings that get issued. So don't worry if a tornado warning gets issued for your area. First, you need to be taking shelter, but then you can be listening. We'll go through the tornado warnings, all the brand new updates for you guys. We're actually going to slide down to the south here, because we do have a new update on this tornado warning here for Asheville, North Carolina. Asheville, North Carolina, and Weaverville, North Carolina still remain underneath an active tornado warning. Just a quick reminder, guys, tornadoes still can happen in populated, also mountainous terrains. Just because if you live in a valley does not mean you don't have to seek shelter. You still have to seek shelter here. Tornado warning is still active for Weaverville, Asheville, and Black Mountain. So I got a lot of questions for Charlotte. I see in chat we have this right here. Charlotte's right there. We've got a tornado warning storm just to your northwest. So this is not issued just yet for you, but you should be watching out as it's going to be diving down to the southeast. As of right now, shape-wise, it's looking like it's weakening, which is some good news, but still got to keep an eye on it as it drags its way down to the southeast towards Charlotte, North Carolina. So here we go, moving over towards Greensboro and Burlington. Burlington is underneath an active tornado warning as well here in North Carolina. And that is still radar indicated. The good news is I haven't seen a confirmed tornado on the ground so far this stream. We've only been live for 15 minutes, but of course we're keeping an eye on it. Got this bowling ball of a storm here right next to Fredericksburg. On the southeast side, do have a tornado warning out for Massaponax and New Post. Taking a look at the velocity scans. Yeah, honestly, I'm getting more convinced there might be a tornado right here heading towards the southeast. You see those reds and greens right next to each other. So Washington also underneath the severe thunderstorm warning, but about to be canceled from the storm moving out of the region. And again, guys, biggest update we've had so far that I think you guys should know. If you live within this purple box I'm about to highlight, the National Weather Service has just came out a few moments ago and said a strong tornado, EF2, EF3, is possible within the next 1 to 2 hours. The main reason they're saying that is because there are a few supercells are completely on their own here that could spin up a strong tornado. So that does include Dover, Greensboro, Denton, Milford, Easton, Cambridge, Seaford, Laurel, Del Mar, Milton, All those regions and communities in between should be on extra high alert for a strong tornado. I do have an update here, though, for the north portions. So even just Dover right now, you just got underneath a considerable tag for a severe thunderstorm warning. So this is 70-mile-per-hour wind storm, 70 miles per hour, moving to the east here into the region. Oop, kind of messed up my arrow. You can see how the movement there. So you guys should be seeking shelter in Easton and Dover. You should be out, back inside, and you should avoid windows here. You don't have to seek shelter like a tornado warning just yet, but you should be in a sturdy structure here. 70-mile-per-hour wind gust now for this severe thunderstorm warning. Annapolis is still underneath an active tornado warning, but the main tornado threat is decreasing as the storm has now moved to the southeast of you. So you should be able to get out of your safe place here in the next few moments, which is some good news. Could see a building flash flooding threat depending on how much training thunderstorms you get on the tail end of this. So still 8 active tornado warnings in place. Oh, looks like my dog wants to bark. Hope you guys don't hear that. You can see this is just a really strong storm complex. It's starting to pivot around and move into New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania, southeastern Pennsylvania. Anything we need to be worried about in Georgia or Florida Panhandle for the next 10 days? 10 days will be a little bit hard for me to forecast out. Nothing tropical, I can tell you that. Might see some flooding threat later this week, but stay tuned. Westchester should be bracing for a pretty strong storm here. I think the storm is going to produce some 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gust. You can see you're underneath that severe thunderstorm warning right now for 60 mile per hour winds, but the reason I'm bumping it up just a bit is because it's starting to form what's called a bow echo. You see how the storm's forming the bow-like shape on the front edge of the storm? That's a big signal that, hey, this storm is starting to produce some very high winds, damaging winds heading towards you. So that includes Wilmington and Salem, as well as Woodstown. So this entire complex could be capable of producing those 60 to 70 mile per hour winds, the ones that could knock over trees, knock down power lines, knock power out for maybe a few hours, depending on how many people do lose power. So you should be ready. Maybe locate those flashlights. Luckily, it's still not really dark out, but it will be dark relatively soon. So you do expect to possibly lose power. Maybe if you're watching on TikTok and you need to charge your phone, it might be a good time to plug in your phone before you lose power. Thank you, Nathaniel, for the donation. Appreciate that. Is that red going to all reach Philadelphia? Yes, very likely. You can see how the storm is just racing towards Philadelphia and the southern portions of New Jersey. It's got a big line here, a squall line that stretches all the way from southeast Pennsylvania down through even Virginia. So, a big line. Someone said, I have a tornado warning right now. Make sure you seek shelter. Take it seriously. Stay safe. Let's go back through our inactive tornado warnings. Asheville still remains underneath an active tornado warning here. Weaverville, Black Mountain. So they might be wondering, like, looking at radar presentation, looks very, like, why is this tornado warning? There doesn't look like that much. The radar is having a hard time seeing the storm because there's a lot of mountainous terrain. So it's a little bit of a radar blind spot for our radars to see the actual storm. But you should still be in shelter here. And just because we can't see it doesn't mean it can't be happening. Heading out to the east here, Hickory, Maiden, and just west of Mooresville, still underneath an active tornado warning. This is a lot more visible. You can see the storm hook right there. And this is dragging its way down towards Charlotte. So if this thing does form another couplet, form another tornado, it could impact the Charlotte area, okay? So be ready for that. New Hampshire shouldn't be impacted by severe weather today, at least widespread. Burlington still underneath this active tornado warning. Look at this one, guys. Wow, I got a pretty big hook on this one here. Just northwest of Altamont. Let's look at the velocity on this one. I'm quite curious. Wow, we actually might have our tornado on the ground here. Look at that. Let's look at debris tracker. Nothing that's too convincing on debris tracker right now. But look at that. We got strong reds and greens right next to each other. This might be a tornado on the ground, guys, heading towards Altamont and eventually Burlington, North Carolina here. Now, just the latest radar scan, pretty convincing that at least a funnel cloud is reaching down towards the ground on that storm. Keep an eye on this storm here towards Petersburg. This is looking like a pretty messy one, but gotta keep an eye out for any tornado risk. You can see a little bit less organized, but it does have that hook on it. Thank you, Mine, for the follow. Welcome to the stream, guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. How's it going, team? getting into the habit of getting on streams more, that we're getting a little bit more organized. Let me know if you guys like the heads up displays, the tornado warnings, the brand new active warnings. The 2 warnings beneath me are the latest warnings, the 2 latest tornado warnings. And obviously the count's pretty self-explanatory there. I'm testing out some new stuff. I also have something in development that I'm going to be revealing soon. It just needs a little bit more testing, a little bit more fine-tuning. And then we'll have some exciting stuff out for you guys. So yeah, right now, kind of a core update that's happening. If we look at our big radar, you can see, look at this really big, like, kind of bow-shaped storm. So when you see this storm, I know it's a little bit hard to see because of all the warning polygons happening. This is a giant bow, right? It's a big storm that's starting to mix in some pretty strong winds. That's why we have 70-mile-per-hour wind warnings out for down to the south here. That's going to organize, it's going to reduce our overall tornado threat. But along this boundary, there's 2 separate things. There's that, and then there's these supercells right here, right there, right there, right there. These are the bad boys we need to watch here. That's why the National Weather Service has issued a special weather statement regarding this zone right here. You can see it highlighted. And speaking about strong tornadoes, that means an EF2, EF3 tornado potential here for Cambridge, all the way up through Dover, Delaware. So those are kind of a corridor I'm definitely watching for. The high winds and then the tornadoes respectively. And heading down to the southeast, looks like the Fredericksburg tornado warning got canceled, so that's good right there. And then also, obviously, keeping an eye on downwind of these storms here in North Carolina. They're getting pretty close to the North Carolina-South Carolina border. We'll see how much they're able to hold on to their strength. It looks like the SPC might issue a downstream warning. Yeah, they're going to say... Yeah, it looks like they're going to issue the downstream warning according to that one. Raleigh, North Carolina, you have to watch out to your northwest here. Now, you're not underneath the severe thunderstorm watch right now, but you do have a tornado warning storm about 7,500 miles to your northwest. So not a big concern right now. It's got a long way to go overall. But overall, you should be watching just in case this storm makes its way all the way down to the southeast. But generally, your storm environment becomes a little bit less favorable as these storms head to the southeast. So hopefully you can stay out of it. It is something to maybe keep an eye on. This tornado warning was also just canceled here towards Hickory, so another good sign. Asheville, keeping an eye on that one, might get canceled here soon as well. So we peaked around, our peak was 10 tornado warnings at the same time. We're currently sitting at 4 tornado warnings now, which is good. We're going in the right direction. That 10 tornado warnings at the same time was quite insane. I do have a brand new tornado warning, though. Let's go to right now. We've got a lot of people, guys. This is the emergency alert for Pennsylvania, Delaware, and New Jersey. We're kind of right in the intersection of them all, so listen up here. If you are in Wilmington, you need to seek shelter immediately. Wilmington, Delaware, Chester, Pennsylvania, Swarthmore, Pennsylvania. See if I can get any communities there. And Militia Hill, hopefully I said that right, Militia Hill. You are now underneath an active tornado warning. You should be seeking shelter right now. You can see this. Look at radar analysis on this one. You can see, ooh, that is not good. Wow, Wilmington might be getting a direct hit from a tornado, guys. Not good. We might have a direct hit to Wilmington. Please not spam chat. This is not good. Wilmington, Delaware might be taking a direct hit, guys, here in the region. Let's look at the retracker. You can see those reds and greens right next to each other. No debris as of right now, but very concerning. I'm going to watch that very closely here. Tornado warning here. Not what you want to see here. Yeah, look at that. The reds and greens right next to each other just in the last radar scan. Basically right over downtown here in Wilmington. Play that out for you guys. So you can see this is going to be embedded within our line of thunderstorms. We've just had a little bit of a cell jut out and cause a localized area of spin. This tornado will most likely be on the ground quickly, down and up very quickly because of it being a QLCS tornado in that sense of nature. So if you live within that region, guys, make sure you seek shelter at the lowest level of your home. Just a reminder, this is also heading towards Philadelphia. So this tornado warning storm is heading towards Philadelphia in the southeast corner of Pennsylvania, southwest corner of New Jersey. So, okay, now we're down to 3 active tornado warnings, but that one's really concerning there, and we'll be right back to it here in Pennsylvania. We're still continuing on this tornado warning here east of Greensboro. Let's look at the rotation on this one again. You got a nice hook. You've got a really well-defined hook on it. It always makes me suspicious of the storm. So estimate of tornado would be just west of Altamaha right now. And also one last check on our tornado warned storm here in Asheville. Yeah, rotation's looking a little bit less convincing over there. So we'll head back to our primary story, guys, where we have a tornado warning for hundreds of thousands of people. Actually, let's see if I can get a count for how many people are underneath that tornado warning. Yeah, 426,000 of you underneath this active tornado warning here across Wilmington. Wilmington, Chester, and Swarthmore here in northern Delaware, southeast Pennsylvania, and southwest New Jersey. Actually going to make a special rainy day weather alert to get this alert out to the people regarding this tornado warning. Again, we're looking at this thing. I'm not liking the look of it on radar as of right now. It was more of a QLCS threat. That means the tornado is going to go down on the ground and come up really quickly. Could be strong in a localized area. I'm still waiting any debris tracker. We're keeping an eye on rotation. Should be getting a new radar scan here any moment. But yes, if you live in these areas, this is a real tornado threat. Please take it seriously, okay? We had a pretty strong tornado in EF3 yesterday, and that kind of caught everyone by surprise, right? A strong tornado happening in a populated area. Asheville, you should also be in your safe place. You're still underneath the tornado warning there in North Carolina. This is a serious situation, so please be in your safe place and seek shelter. I'm getting some alerts. I have some friends who are meteorology students as well. They're nearby. They're going to try to get a look at this thing. I'll let you know if they get a visual confirmation. Let's look at rotation yet again. But you can see the tornado, if it was on the ground right now, would be just east of the downtown area of Wilmington, over lots of houses. So this thing's basically falling up to the northeast here across the region towards Bellefonte and Claymont. So if you live in this region, guys, a tornado could be on the ground and is moving towards you relatively quickly. You do not have much time. You need to be seeking shelter immediately. Again, this is a tornado warning. A brand new update on the tornado warning. This is still radar indicated tornado warning here for Wilmington, Chester, Claymont, Botham, Rockland, Swedesboro, Ridley Park, Media, and just west of Philadelphia. So that is a new issuance on this tornado warning. You need to be seeking shelter immediately. I'm getting this emergency alert out here as well. So 1 second. One moment, guys. Just bear with me. This is what happened to one person team. Let me answer some questions while I'm doing this. Again, this is our really big key tornado warning here. Over 500,000 people right now. And it is a crucial moment that you seek shelter if you are within this area. Just a quick reminder, this current tornado warned storm is producing most likely what's called a QLCS tornado. What does that mean? That means the tornado will most likely be down and up on the ground very quickly. So that means you should not be outside trying to visually confirm this tornado. That would be a mistake, okay? It is crucial that you seek shelter at the lowest level of your home. And just a quick, again, another extra rainy day weather heads up for anyone in the way of this. If you are in downtown Philadelphia or surrounding suburbs, this thing is heading towards you, okay? You can see this direction here is heading towards the northeast. This is ongoing. You said you're not even a meteorologist, Raiden Storm. I'm a fourth-year student meteorologist, and obviously, if you can't tell what a tornado warning is, you should not be speaking. This is a National Weather Service issued tornado warning, and you can even see the spin on radar. So, you get out of here, clown. Especially with this many people out in front. A tornado warning has been issued for Wilmington and just southwest of Philadelphia for over 400,000 people. Shoot, okay. I'm trying to get a video update as well. Emergency video update. Give me 1 second, guys. A tornado warning has just been issued for over 500,000 people here in southeast Pennsylvania, northern Delaware, and the southwest corner of New Jersey, including Wilmington, Chester, Swarthmore, and just west of Philadelphia. This thing is heading towards Philadelphia, and rotation has been building along the tornado. Most likely, it will be a QLCS tornado, which will be rain-wrapped and hard to see. So seek shelter right now. Do not delay. This is valid on July 28th. Stay safe out there. Okay, thank you guys for briefly sticking with me and just creating an emergency update for the page. And again, this is our really big tornado warning here for Swarthmore. Over 500,000 people in Wilmington, Chester, and heading right towards Philadelphia. Let's do another radar check here Yeah, the good news is the past few scans. So it was really concerned just the past few scans ago here in over Wilmington, where you see those reds and greens right next to each other. They're going opposite directions, right? We got outbounds, we got inbounds there and there. That's where I think the possible tornado, at least funnel cloud, was. Look in the last few scans, got a little bit of gray pixels now behind the green or between the green and red, so it's a little bit more good news. Either way, this storm will be producing some high-end winds, guys. So 60 mile per hour, 60 to 70 mile per hour winds are very likely. But either way, you should be in shelter right now, okay? This is an emergency broadcast. If you guys are just joining in, would you do me a quick favor and follow the stream and like the stream so get the word out to as many people as possible? My main goal is to give warnings out with my meteorological perspective and insight to as many people as possible, and to help that be boosted by the almighty TikTok algorithm. You guys give a like and follow. That helps me out a ton. Appreciate your support. Main reason I ask that is so we can help as many people out together. We are a team. Let me know what you guys are seeing right now. I'm trying to see what you guys are saying in chat. New York is outside the tornado watch. It is possible, but especially in New York City and South New York, but not very likely to see a tornado there. Not impossible, though. Most likely a flooding threat throughout the rest of your day, and maybe an isolated wind threat. So Ocean City, that's a good place to keep an eye on. Obviously, you've had storms that just went through the area. There are more storms on their way. Your tornado watch continues until 10. So 10 p.m., you should be alert for that one. So again, ongoing active tornado warning here. Let's check on our other tornado warnings here in North Carolina. Tornado warning still ongoing here for Burlington. You see that hook really developing. Wow, Burlington needs to be in their safe place. You see that hook on radar? Not good. Tornado warning for over 500,000 people in Pennsylvania, Delaware, and New Jersey. Seek shelter immediately. This is heading eventually towards Philadelphia. Okay, thank you guys. Again, just getting an emergency video out so we also can have the post. And then lastly, I do want to check on our tornado warning here in Asheville. So we got Asheville out there. Weaverville and Asheville still remain underneath an active tornado warning. I think this is going to be canceled here soon. Main storm actually has left the warning polygon. We do have a new tornado warning, guys. Brand new tornado warning out. Let me go over that for you now. This is just north of Easton, Maryland. Look at that. We got colliding thunderstorms. Look at it. Wow, you can really see thunderstorm complex heading to the north. Thunderstorm complex heading to the southeast, guys. When you have those colliding thunderstorms, that's when we can have bad things. So you need to seek shelter immediately there. Those are the types of storms that could have a stronger tornado producer. So just north of Easton, for Cordova, if you're within that coastal region, I know there's not a ton of people out there, you should seek shelter immediately here. Okay, thank you guys for again, sorry for the brief pauses, just posting an emergency update here. So the followers can also have an update. Now that's getting out, so we're good on that front. Let's go back to our tornado warning here. If you're just joining in, also a special SBC meso-analysis. Let's go in to see what they say for this one. Okay, the SBC has just said for this specific region, let me get the color pen out. If you live within this region, including Philadelphia here and southern New Jersey, your tornado threat will continue for the next 1 to 2 hours now. So a couple of tornadoes, possibly 1 or 2 strong tornadoes is now possible. So you should be on extra high alert. Of course, we have this ongoing tornado warning, which, just a reminder, guys, tornado warning means there is an active threat. You need to seek shelter if you're an active threat. And that's the main thing. Again, guys, we're going over cities that have severe weather. So I'm sorry if I'm ignoring. I swear I'm not ignoring your city. If you're spamming in chat I'm focusing on the tornado warning. So if you get a tornado warning, I can promise you I'll get to the tornado warning in your location as soon as possible. My recommendation, if you want to have alerts, guys, you go to your phone, you turn on those emergency alerts. So that means you instantly get the warning when I get the warning, so you don't have to wait and lag behind me to get the severe weather and tornado warning alerts. But it's crucial. If you do spam, you will be muted. It's just so it's easier for me to see your reports. Let me know what you guys are seeing or have seen today. But overall, we're trying to keep it concise here, so hopefully you guys can appreciate that. I'm going to stick on this coverage here. Let's do another radar check. Again, if you guys are just joining in, we have a tornado warning for over 500,000 people here in the corners of Pennsylvania, Delaware, and New Jersey here. This is for Wilmington, Chester, Swarthmore, and just west of Philadelphia. This storm is heading to the northeast towards Philadelphia. So if you're in Philadelphia, you don't have to be in your safe place yet, but if you know anyone on the roadways, or if you are on the roadways and somehow are listening to this, hopefully not driving, then you need to get off the roadways. The storm's coming towards you. Either way, the storm is producing 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts along the entire front with that pocketed tornado risk inside. So that's the current update I have you for your current location here. And just look at this thing as a big storm complex, guys, alone without that tornado warning. Look at it. Giant bow echo. When I talk about bow echo, that means there's really, really high winds mixing down to the surface, and that's why currently down in Delaware, Dover, Easton is also underneath a significant tag for this severe thunderstorm warning. That's 70 mile per hour winds. That's enough to blow over trees, large trees, take down power lines, and cause some major damage to more weaker structures. That's why it's very important you seek shelter in a sturdy structure. You guys hear my dog? Oh my gosh, he needs to be quiet. Hopefully you don't hear. What are you guys seeing out there? Is there going to be a tornado or not? We don't know unless it's on the ground. We don't have one confirmed. Let's head to Burlington, North Carolina. Look at this thing, guys. Burlington needs to be on their safe place. Look at that hook. This is a textbook supercell. Anyone in chat know what a supercell is? Because this is, you look in a meteorology textbook, this is it. This is the exact textbook you'd be looking at for supercell. What is a supercell? If you don't know it, it's okay. It's a single cellular storm that stays on its own and has the potential to produce a strong tornado. Look at this thing. Looking at rotation here, yeah, you gotta watch out here in Burlington. This rotation's heading right towards you guys. Again, if you are in Burlington, North Carolina, you need to be ready to go. I don't have a confirmed tornado on the ground just yet here in Delaware. I saw that question. Good question. Good news for Asheville. You can get out of your safe place. Tornado warning has been canceled. Let's head up to the northeast now. A port here in Virginia. My friend and I, we're in a Whole Foods. Okay, thank you for the port. Should I be warned in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania? We're northwest of Philadelphia. So you are really close to what, you're right actually outside the current severe thunderstorm warning. But the main thing I'd still watch, because you see how these thunderstorms, this complex right here, I'll show you guys. This one right here, you see how it's moving a little bit further north, and this one's heading a little bit more east. That's another spin-up spot I'd be concerned about. So isolated tornado risk in the next hour or so, I think, is there. But damaging wind risk is definitely there as well. So be ready for that. I recommend not being on the roadways here in the next 15 to 30 minutes there in Phoenixville. I actually have a couple of friends from Penn State who live there as well, so take care, stay safe. What other questions we have? Check Wisconsin. There's nothing happening in Wisconsin. There are some severe weather happening in Colorado, but we're going to stick on this. And I do have a brand new rainy day weather alert here. A new tornado warning has been issued in North Carolina. This tornado warning is for a lot of people, so listen up here. We got Burlington, Swepsonville, Saxafa, Medbane, Hillsborough, and Chapel Hill. If you live within these regions, guys, you need to seek shelter immediately. A radar-indicated tornado is heading to the southeast. How's northwest New Jersey starting to reduce in severe weather risk because you're running out of storm fuel availability there? Some good news there, but yeah, keep an eye on that. So this storm is kind of threading the needle between Greensboro and Raleigh. It is unfortunately looking like it might make a direct hit to Burlington. Look at this, guys. Like, right now, the radar presentation is incredibly concerning. And, oh, no, not liking that. Burlington, it is crucial, guys. It is crucial. Anyone watching from North Carolina in chat, say me, I'm curious. It is crucial you seek shelter immediately. You have about 1 to 3 minutes before this potential tornado goes over Burlington. So it is very crucial. Just in the latest radar scan, I've just become a lot more concerned. Reds and greens right next to each other. This has been tornado warned for about 20 minutes. This is the first time I'm seeing a very convincing signature by radar that this thing has the potential to produce a tornado on the ground. So it is crucial. You go to shelter now here in Burlington and Chapel Hill. Got an update for you in, over here in Asheville. You can get out of shelter now. You are safe. Let's head up to the northeast, guys. We have 2 tornado warnings up there. We also have a reissuance of this tornado warning here for over 500,000 people. Now a little bit down because it's got chopped off a bit. Chester and Swarthmore, you're still underneath this active tornado warning here in Pennsylvania, Delaware, and New Jersey. It's just where here's the intersection point of all the states, and I guess Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, they're all intersecting, in that point there. But that tornado warning continues. You can see it got reissued. The storm is heading north and east towards Philadelphia. Radar indicated tornado. I don't speculate on EFs, guys. Don't speculate on EFs. Yes, if you got a warning in North Carolina, that's for the reissuance one. That's the one I'm really, really concerned about. So I would seek shelter immediately out there, okay? It's crucial that you seek shelter out there. So for New Jersey, it's who's watching from New Jersey? Put in actually, you guys just let me know what state you're watching from. Put it your shortening acronym in chat. I'm curious where people are watching from, so I know where to feature more. New Jersey, especially southern and central New Jersey. Here you are. You're underneath the tornado watch. This is moving in, guys. The strong storms, and I can tell you, guarantee, you'll be getting strong winds now, especially in south and central New Jersey. Because you look at that giant line, that thing's not stopping. It's like a freight train. Now, you might be wondering, okay, is there going to be a tornado in my neighborhood? That's a little bit harder to say because these tornadoes spin up quickly, they come down quickly, they move up quickly. But either way, let's say you have like an outdoor activity, you have like an art fair, and you're outside with a tent, and you're in like Vineland or anywhere in New Jersey. You should get that stuff inside, guys. Get that stuff inside. You know this thunderstorm's coming, okay? Now, like if you're in like Atlantic City or in Wildwood, like you're on the beach, you don't have to pack up yet. I'm not going to cancel your beach day 2 hours before the storm comes, but you should be watching these storms, okay? Don't go in the water for 3 hours and then get surprised. Of course, when you hear thunder, it is crucial that you go inside as soon as possible. Do not forget that stuff, guys. That will save your life out there. But some important reminders as well. Actually, just had a report of a funnel cloud over Paso Grill. That's crazy. Tornado warning active. Okay, thank you guys for those reports. So, see people from all across the place, guys. Again, we are sticking to locations that are underneath tornado warnings. I got a funnel cloud report down in Tampa, but let me see if that's recent. No, that is definitely not recent. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. Someone sent that in to me, but that must have been from earlier today. Let's head back up to here. Let's recap on all the active tornado warnings. So if you guys just joined in, you can be up to speed. Starting off with our northern one, an active tornado warning for over 500,000 people. Originally, now no longer at that point because it's been chopped off a little bit. That's heading northeast towards Philadelphia. Radar indicated tornado warned storm there. Okay, just making sure all those posts got out. Cool, we're good. Okay, moving down to the south here. This is a more new tornado warning. Just got reissued here north of east. And you can see it's becoming just a complete mess here. Got colliding thunderstorms, most likely a rain-wrapped tornado. Thank you, Matt, for the donations. Here, moving east of Easton, north there. You can see there. Not a lot of people, luckily, in the way of this one. Now down in the southwest. I think this has now become my most crucial tornado-warned storm for today so far. It's here in Burlington. So it does not take a meteorologist, guys, to see where this tornado is. Look right on the northern side of the storm. It's got a little hook. You see how it's a little hook? It's persistently trying to bring that spin down to the ground as we have this little hook right here. So tornado could be passing over Burlington, North Carolina imminently. You can see the latest radar scan, a little bit of broad rotation. Starting to tighten up, I should say. Just moving into Burlington. So it is crucial that you seek shelter there and some other places ahead of this, of course, are Hillsborough, Swepsonville, Graham, Greenlevel, Saxapaw, Terre, Calavender, Eubanks, and Chapel Hill. So take this seriously. When you see these supercells on their own, these are the types of storms that can produce those dangerous tornadoes that could be a little bit larger in size. They can really put down a strong tornado, and you must seek shelter now. Moving out to the west, we and we have a new tornado warning. This is also a brand new tornado warning here on, let's see, we are actually in Tennessee. This is the first tornado warning I've seen in Tennessee today. So Tennessee, you're getting involved now. South of Maryville, this is for no one. There's not a single town here. But if you are somehow camping out in the middle woods and have connection, seek shelter. Tornado warning in place. We're not going to spend too much time on that one. Again, please do not spam chat, guys. I'm relying on your location-based abilities. If you have any reports by weather or, if you want your specific town forecast, guys, there's just too many. But we prioritize giving you guys information for tornado warnings. So, sorry if you want your specific town. I will tell you, though, the moment a tornado warning gets issued, you can see it beneath me, the county and the state. So those are like the past two most recent tornado warnings. So if you hear that it's pretty quiet, but if you hear the ding, that's a new tornado warning. You can see it beneath me, so you can see first up if you're in it. And then secondly, if you have it on your phone alert, take shelter, and then I promise you I will get to it. But there's just so many of you guys. I do apologize, but I'm only one me, and there are 500 of you. I appreciate your support. We're going to go back up to the north here where we do have active tornado warning for eventually, originally 500,000 people. Now worked its way down a little bit, luckily. Let's look at radar here as it's a large storm complex now firing and moving towards Philadelphia. Active tornado warning is west of Philadelphia. That includes Swarthmore and Chester. My friend and I are going to make brownies. Well, you might be losing power if you're in the way of these, so you better make those quick. If you guys are enjoying the stream and want to help me reach more people, if you wouldn't mind following and liking the stream, really would appreciate that. And quick little shout, let me know where you guys are watching from. Where is everyone watching from? Curious. Or if you've seen something today. Has anyone seen a thunderstorm today? I'm curious as well. Yes, we got that tornado warning as well. You get active tornado warning down in the south here in Tennessee, south of Maryville. You see right here, active tornado warning. So now Tennessee getting involved in this active tornado threat. Let's take a look at this one, guys. This is the most concerning. Burlington possibly going to take a direct hit from a tornado if this thing gets on the ground. Hopefully it does not. Structurally, it's very concerning. Look at this. I mean, that is textbook. Large hook, supercell. The hook right there. Tornado will be right here, right on the eastern side of the hook. Just look how this thing has been anchoring itself kind of on the boundary and getting some spin, bring it down to the surface. And that's what I'm really concerned about. Hopefully the spin stays up in the air. I am really, really concerned, guys, about that spin getting down to the ground. Someone said it's on the ground. I'm there. Where are you currently? I'm curious. You see it? Well, someone just reported it's on the ground. Tornado. Hey guys, please give. Well, I'll make sure you guys are. There's a tornado on the ground right now. Are we joking with me or? Yeah, I usually take a grain of salt when people will do those types of reports. I like verification. But it is crucially, guys, going to shelter here, man. Look at this thing, guys. So just got a chatter report. This tornado is on the ground here in Burlington, but that's unconfirmed. Unconfirmed. I mean, looking at radar, I'm not super convinced. Because I don't see a big couplet yet. But of course, because the radar is somewhat far away, yeah, it's pretty far away. It's not super far away, but it's somewhat far away. We could be losing some of the detection capabilities. So let's head up to the northeast as well. We'll come back to that just in a second here. Let's go back to our tornado warning storm that's aimed at Philadelphia here in southeast Pennsylvania, southwest New Jersey, and the northern portions of Delaware. This tornado warning is still active here in Swarthmore and Chester. So you can see here's Philly. Here's the active tornado warning storm. This is heading to the northeast. And look at that. We just got a brand new warning pop up on our screen right in front of us. This is a flash flood warning. So flash flood warning is now in effect for Wilmington, Newcastle, and Philadelphia. So just checking on a few items over here, guys. Getting a few reports in here. That does not look real. Okay. Sorry, someone sent me in a photo. I just don't think it's real. Our flash flood warning in Arlington, Virginia. Yeah, make sure you guys stay out of flooded roadways. I mean, look at all these flash flood warnings, guys. Got flash flood warnings across this entire corridor. More up here, up here, up here. Baltimore, Washington, D.C. So just an absolute ton of stuff happening right now. Let's head back down towards the west here. We still have an active tornado warning south of Maryville, Tennessee. Not a lot of people there, so we won't spend too much time on it. I'm heading back towards the east here. Kind of like a crucial moment here is what will this tornado warning storm do? Ooh, not liking that. So a little bit of an uptick. You see those greens right there, red surrounding that. Those are the direction of winds, and I'm really concerned about possible tornado wrapping around here. So keeping an eye on that. You can see right there in the latest radar scans. Yeah, wow, okay. So Burlington could be taking a direct hit by a tornado. This is a big moment, guys. There are a lot of people underneath this mesocyclone, this spinning part of the storm. This has just been updated. This tornado warning storm has just been updated. Still radar indicated tornado, so not visually confirmed yet. Heading southeast. Just a reminder, this tornado warning does include Terre, Saxafa, Sepsonville, Mebane, Hillsborough, and Chapel Hill. Still no debris tracked, Mike. No debris tracked yet. Hopefully it stays that way. But you can see, man, that hook is just absolutely outrageous on this cell. We're going to do another one check of debris. Checked a little bit a while ago. Yeah, don't see debris just yet. Hopefully it stays that way. So very intense moment here in North Carolina. An active tornado warning storm heading over Burlington. Let's head up back to the northeast, where we have a tornado warning storm still ongoing heading towards Philadelphia. You see how this is like forming a little bit of a bow echo? Let me get a little bit better of a color. Like right here. That's like the biggest concern is these bow echoes that are also happening. These are going to cause some widespread tree damage, power outages. That's why all of these polygons, including Philadelphia, are underneath a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Dover's underneath a 70-mile-per-hour winds. If you're in Easton right now, it depends on how far north you are. I think you're going to be clear. Let me do a radar check for you. Obviously, you should not be outside right now. A ton of lightning. And right now, I think you're good for tornado threat. You're just outside the warning polygon. I don't see anything on radar overall. But, I mean, look, you're getting hammered by rain. I'm sure you can see that out your window. Wilmington, Delaware is now out of tornado warning. And good news, guys. Tornado warning has been canceled out here. So Philadelphia and the surrounding communities have been canceled from that tornado warning. So keep an eye on that if it spawns up another tornado warning. However, don't lose sight of the storm here. You still got 60-mile-per-hour winds on their way, as well as tornado possible tags. So good news is you can get out of shelter. At least you don't have to be in the most interior portions of your room. You should not be outside. You should not be outside at all. But then regarding our tornado warnings, we are down to 4, I believe. We don't have a tornado warning out to the west, right? Oh, geez. Okay, a little bit of an update here. I just wanted to bring this up to you guys. Probably no one in Colorado. We do have a flash flood emergency. Flash flood emergency, a very rare flash flood emergency for the Burns Garden west of Colorado City. This is a high-intensity flash flooding event, which means a deadly wave of debris and ash flow is moving down the valley here in the Belua Valley, as well as northwest of Colorado City. This is on a burn scar, so that means a wildfire. Forget the wildfire name off the top of my head here. Covered it for a long time. There have been a lot of fires. Has caused a massive debris flow that's coming off the mountain. And if you're in that flash flood emergency, you have to seek shelter immediately. It is a very big problem that we're going to be seeing a lot. So that's just a quick little reminder for that one. Also, okay, still have that tornado warning here. Let's go back to this tornado warning here in North Carolina for Burlington, Mebane, Hillsborough, Swepsonville, and Chapel Hill. Take a look at velocity here. Yeah, still seeing a little bit of a couplet right over Burlington. That's rotation, at least in the upper level of the cloud. We still don't have ground confirmation, hoping it stays that way. Continue to move to the southeast, heading towards Chapel Hill. So that spinning part of the storm just went over Burlington. We still don't have confirmation if it was on the ground or not at the time of its going over. It's still over Burlington right now, but it's going to be heading to the southeast. So keep an eye on that. Someone said fumble forming in Chester, Pennsylvania. Thank you for the report. Appreciate you guys' support, guys. We are so close to 100 new followers of stream. If you want to join the Rainy Day Weather family, feel free. It also helps us reach as many people as possible here at the Rainy Day Weather family. We are a team together. Keeping an eye on this storm here. A little bit of rotation here. Let's look at broad rotation. Yeah, actually, this thing might get tornado warned here towards Claremont. So this little extra alert here towards Williamsburg and Claremont here in Virginia. Tornado possible tag is already on it, but that might get upgraded to a tornado warning. And moving up to our other tornado warning that is ongoing. This is up towards just north of Easton. This should expire here soon, so this should be canceled. Relatively soon. Appreciate you guys' support. So I do have updates as well. Baltimore and Washington, D.C. have just been dropped from our tornado watch. So if you're within those areas, your tornado threat has decreased enough where we can give you the all clear. Some good news there. I do believe we might have just got a new tornado warning. Okay, it's just an updated tornado warning here for the Maryville one. Someone said it's forming. Alice, please be more descriptive. Mike, they cancel tornado warnings when the rotation has fully died off and they figured the tornado threat has ceased, at least for the near term. Thank you, Luna, for the donation. Appreciate your support over the past few weeks and months. Asheville, North Carolina, you are all clear now. You are all clear. Charlotte is now underneath a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Can you go to Philly? Yeah, so what's happening in Philly here is you're underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. Look at this storm complex. A giant bow echo of a storm complex is moving to your area. So what you can expect over the next 15-ish minutes is a large storm moving over the area, causing tree damage, power outages within the region, as well as an isolated tornado threat. Now, there's not a tornado threat right now, but your course of action is to get off the roadways and seek shelter in a sturdy structure. But you don't need to be in like the lowest level of your home. You just need to be in a sturdy structure, guys. It will be an intense storm, but currently not expected to be a completely destructive storm as well. No, Mike, they use the same radars we have here. It's the same radar. So they have teams of people on the National Weather Service that determine that stuff. But yeah, the radars you're seeing here are the same radars they use. And actually, the display we have is honestly a little bit more advanced than what the National Weather Service uses, which might be a surprise. Someone said wind speeds in Chester 72 miles per hour. Jeez, that is intense. And we just had an upgrade for severe thunderstorm warning down to the south here across Delaware and Maryland, Easton, Milford. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see that. Look on the radar scan. So look closely, guys. You see how the thunderstorm has jumped up? It's jumped forward in movement speed. So the National Weather Service has considered that and has upgraded it to 70-mile-per-hour winds on that thing. That's enough wind to topple trees, even deroot some trees, and also cause some pretty major power outages. You can see that line is right here. It's going east. So if you're Milford, Milton, or if you're along the coastal regions now, you should be watching the storm closely, guys. The storm is moving about 50 miles per hour. So if you live along the coast or you're out to the beach and on TikTok, how's it going? Anyone watching from the beach right now? I will be jealous from you. But you should be watching this storm nonetheless. I don't think you have to leave the beach just yet, but it's now something, hey, maybe you want to pack up the stuff. Like if you have the tents and everything up, yeah, you want to get ready to get out of there. Myrtle Beach right here. Hopefully you guys are having a good time. Anyone else at the beach? I will be jealous, but send me some sand, I guess. I don't know. Let's head down to the south here where we have a continuing tornado warning here for Burlington and Mid-Bain, as well as Chapel Hill. How's it going from Ocean City, Alice? Can you look at the two supercells north of Bucks County, Pennsylvania, near Frenchtown? Yeah, let's take a look. I might be a little confused on exactly where you're referencing. I don't see any defined supercell. Well, I guess we're a little bit further central. I guess, yeah, these are little, maybe here. These are not very wind sheared, it looks like. They look pretty poppy to me, so I don't think there's going to be much of a severe thunderstorm risk with these. Near Allentown, okay. Why? Okay. Yeah, overall, I mean, look at this. The storm complex. Is there anything behind here? Let's take a look here in Allentown. Oh, yeah, I mean, I think, wow. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Good shout there. Let's look. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, this might need to get tornado warned here. Wow, that's a really good shout, Ashton. Shout out to you. Quakertown, I'll be watching out. There might be a funnel spotted within this region here. This is like an early alert. There's broad rotation right there, but it's starting to get a little bit more intense just in the last radar scan. And you can see what Ashton was talking about there in chat. You have these kind of weird embedded supercells, a little bit more semi-discrete. Tornado potential right here, and also Frenchtown tornado potential right here. And also, I have my drone up about 15 minutes south of it. It looks clear and having the funnels. Thank you, Ashton. Appreciate you. I always love chatting with you. You have the coolest views there with your drone. You can see how these thunderstorms are, yes, starting to develop a little bit of hook, so maybe establishing a little bit more ground-based rotation. But another thing to consider is look at their directionality. They're just going over the same area, and man, they're like your grandma in the fast lane. Not your grandma, but a grandma in the fast lane. Going about 5 miles per hour. And that is not good. That is also trigger flash flood alerts here. That could get significant here if that rain continues to fall. That's really fast falling rain. And unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be there for at least the next hour or so. So let's head back down to the south, guys. Let's do a radar recap of what's going on so far. We have a severe thunderstorm warning out for lots of southern and central New Jersey. Right across this area, prepare for some widespread power outages, 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts moving the area. Still could see an isolated tornado warning on that, so be ready to seek shelter. Heading down to the southern portions here towards Delaware and eastern Maryland. This is where things are very intense. We have 70 mile per hour wind warning that's heading southeast towards Milford. That's enough to deroot trees and cause some pretty widespread power outages as well down here. You can even see visually, look how the storm is starting to jut and race out to the southeast. Watch out if you're on the beachgoers here towards Ocean City. I've been to Ocean City a decent amount of times out in the region there. Now you're trying to enjoy, if you're in Ocean City, I say you probably have about 30-ish more minutes of comfortable beach time. And I know it's a little rainy there, but he's got some convection that got out there. So my advice if you live in these coastal regions is, hey, maybe call it an early, I guess it's getting towards where you call it a day, unless you're like the ultra beach marathoner. Go get a shower. Well, if it's not thunderstorm, remember showering during thunderstorms is dangerous, so don't do that. But maybe call it in very soon here, okay? Don't want to be shocked on the beach. Let's move down to the south here into North Carolina. This is where other tornado warning is. There's currently 3. The eastern one should be canceled, though. That should be done there in Delaware. Let's go over here towards Burlington, check on this tornado warned storm. You can see, look how the hook is starting to get a little disconnected, so that's interesting. That's a good sign for weakening of the storm here. Let's take a look at rotation as well. Yeah, it's pretty messy. So this storm just went over Burlington. I would not be surprised if this thing dropped like a little bit of a weak tornado down and up a little bit here. Be interested to look online. Alex, please don't put on all caps. I gotcha. Indiana is all clear. So keep an eye on that. You also can see a handful of severe thunderstorm warnings out for the southern portions of North Carolina. About to enter, actually, I do have this is a new update. About to enter South Carolina. And speaking of South Carolina has now entered a severe thunderstorm watch here. So anyone watching from South Carolina should be alert now. Greenville, Florence, Columbia, Sumter. You're underneath a severe thunderstorm watch. This includes the risks of tornadoes, isolated tornadoes, mainly damaging winds. It also was issued for Raleigh, Fayetteville, and Greenville up through North Carolina. So that's all going to be valid until midnight tonight. Okay. Let's head up back to the north. So we'll keep an eye on that tornado warning here down there. This thing, it looks like the event's slowly shifting into more of a wind event, which is good and bad. It's good because we're losing their chances of a significant tornado, but bad in which we're going to start to see some pretty widespread power outages in regards to these storms producing high-end winds. So more people will be impacted, I should say, rather than like an isolated tornado. So you can see also, let's throw on our big radar really quick, our combined. Look at this storm pivot across. So we have our kind of upper level low that's pivoting a couple of surface low pressures here. Yeah, well, let me get a little bit of a better color. Got the low right here. Oh, that was a terrible L. What am I doing? That's swinging, that's pivoting us around here. That little bit of a warm sector right in front is what's causing our tornado threat. Got spinning winds as you move up in height. A little bit of trailing thunderstorms behind here, but not tons of energy, so they're not going to be too powerful as well. Okay, let me answer some questions. Still nothing on the 2 storms near Allentown. Definitely won't be surprised for warning. Yes, let's do another peek. I'm very curious. Now, I'm starting to get really concerned about the flooding threat as well. So here we go. Here are the 2 storms. We got Ashton in chat who's live looking at these storms. We got 2 hooks on them in which they still are exhibiting broad rotation. You can see right there and right there. Greens and reds right next to each other. Honestly, the Quakertown one's really the one that got my eye the most. You can see just a few pixels right next to each other. And I think we just got a new tornado warning. Oh, yes. Okay, we did get a new tornado warning here in North Carolina. So North Carolina has been issued for continuing tornado warning. This is going to include people now. So Robbinsville, Lake Centella, and Snowbird. You're now underneath an active tornado warning here. Excuse me, this is going to be in Tennessee. All right, I believe. Oh, actually, they're right on the border, I think. The map is really confusing me for some reason. So watch out. This is crossing the border here. You should be ready. You should be seeking shelter within the communities right there. in North Carolina. Broad rotation located over Berks County. It was not warm, but seemed very light. Thank you, Patrick, for the report. Appreciate that. Let's head to the east here, guys, where we have, again, an ongoing active tornado warning here in North Carolina. The tornado warning, very interesting. They don't do this too often, but they actually chopped the front end of it off. Because I think it's moving a little bit slower now, but kept the rear end. So this is still active, but if you're in Chapel Hill, you can now exit your safe place. Moving up to the northeast here. So we still have active severe thunderstorm warnings, but we've dropped a lot of the tornado warnings. Some good news out there. New Jersey, obviously dealing with some high-intensity severe thunderstorms. Currently at, let's see if I can check my browser really quick, 31 active severe thunderstorm warnings and 4 active tornado warnings. Okay, let me see if I can answer some town questions, guys. Let me pull up my locator. Okay, there we go. I need to check on. I am partnered with Weatherfront, and there is a new product they're developing in which there's like a QR code or like a website you guys can submit your town to, and then it pops up on my radar. I'm going to try to push that because that would be really helpful. All right, guys, please don't spam, but now please put your city and state if you want your forecast located now. I'll answer some spot forecasts. Starting out with Columbia, Maryland. City and state helps me out the best. For Columbia, Maryland, you are in the all clear now. You're all clear from severe weather. Philly, Pennsylvania, underneath a 60-mile-per-hour wind warning and a flash flood warning. Be prepared for some isolated to scattered power outages. Atlantic City, New Jersey, should be prepping for this storm coming. You can see the storm just to your west. I'd be mainly concerned about an isolated tornado risk, but the high wind risk that's going to be associated with these storms jogging towards you. Lots of lightning, so if you're outside, stay safe. Keep those questions coming. Point Pleasant, New Jersey. It's loading. Appreciate you guys bearing with me. For Point Pleasant. So I think eventually you're going to be seeing severe weather probably in the next hour and a half to 2.5 hours. As these storms continue to push east, you can see you're way over here. You're just north of Toms River. This storm is coming this way. You're underneath the tornado watch until 10 p.m. But I think the storms will hit before that and get out before that too. Wilmington, Delaware is now in the all clear. It's still raining, obviously, but severe weather-wise, you're in the all clear. Let's go back to the tornado warnings. I'm just going to briefly check them. Yeah, we got 2 tornado warnings. One that's in North Carolina and Tennessee, and one that's still here in North Carolina. West. Wait, hold up. Please don't spam chat, guys. Talbot, Maryland. I like to keep it fair. I just apologize if I can't get to your question as soon as possible. Oh, gosh, okay. So, Talbot, Maryland is... let's see here. Let me look at the radar. There's just south. You actually might be getting hit by it right now. Oh, you're just north of Oxford. Okay, yeah, right now you're seeing the storm. You're currently underneath that warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds. I would remain inside. Could see some isolated power outages across the region. You have about 15 more minutes of that storm until it gets out of there. Guys, if you spam, you will be muted. Just got to keep it fair in chat. Trenton, New Jersey. Okay, stronger storms with thunderstorm warning. The tornado possible. Oh, thank you, Ashton, for the update. For Trenton, New Jersey, should be prepping for strong storms moving in the area. Okay, we've got a strong storm complex moving to the northeast. You can see also strong storms just across this entire area. This is going to eventually make it towards you about an hour. So Ashton gave us that update here. Here's a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag now in Pennsylvania for Quakertown. So yes, this storm right here I just highlighted could produce a tornado. So be extra alert here. Right here across Holland, Lower Saxon, Quakertown, just west of Frenchtown, and north of Bedminster. Take a look at velocity really quick. Just want to quickly check that. Look at the velocities dancing around each other. Where's our radar? Down in the south. Inbounds, outbounds. He's got that counterclockwise spin. I'd watch right here. So we got a few gray pixels around our rotation couplet. If those gray pixels disappear, that's where we are getting out of there. Okay, I got a lot of questions for Canada. Let me just do a brief overview. Wow, look at all these warnings out here. So for Edmonton, you can see a bunch of thunderstorms to your north and west, but nothing that's in immediate pressing danger. Wow, look at all these thunderstorms. They're all going this way. I'd keep an eye out down to your southwest if these pop off of the next few hours. But man, a few of these could be producing some pretty gnarly weather down and up here. But be weather aware. Hopefully that helps out. For everyone else across Canada, let me just pull on our MRMS. There's nothing really high impact. There's no other severe weather alerts other than these ones in Canada, so you can be rest assured safe. When will New England ocean water warm up? How warm do you want the water? I don't think it ever really warms up there, sadly. That would be that would be like forever. Well, I mean, you know. What other questions we have? Again, keep them coming. Also, we are one follower away from 125 new followers this stream. Appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully the emergency alerts are helping people out across the platform. Did got an emergency alert out earlier for that tornado that tornado warning from earlier as well. So trying my best to juggle everything. Ontario is fine. It's all towards Edmonton. So let's head down to the south here. So we are down to only 2 active tornado warnings, 25 active severe thunderstorm warnings. And our 2 tornado warnings are now both in North Carolina. Let's take a look back at this one here, just southeast of Burlington. This one's probably going to get canceled too, so just don't see rotation on this one at all anymore. Some good news there. Thank you for report, Ashton. Yeah, there's a lot of colliding boundaries happening. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Meryl, for donation. Thank you, Mike. That's a big donation. Very kind of you. Oh no, sorry. Sorry, headphone users. Well, you have all the colliding storms. Weird stuff can happen. Weird stuff can happen across the region. Also, we have this tornado warning out for Robinville. Lucy says hello. How's it going, Lucy? Let's go back to the north. So yes, we are chatting about Ashton's got eyes on this storm here, where we've got rotation happening on these storms. They're not currently tornado warning because there's not enough to warrant a warning just yet. But if we look at the last few radar scans, we are watching right in here, which the last few radar scans, a little bit less rotation, but got to keep an eye on for anything that collides or, causes issues. But looking at just the normal radar, a big issue that I'm seeing is look at these thunderstorms, guys. They are training over the same area. Like, this radar loop is over an hour, and this thunderstorm has barely moved. This is possibly going to cause a very bad flooding issue here across the region in Quakertown, Holland, Easton in Pennsylvania, as well as Frenchtown. So keep that in mind, guys. Training thunderstorms could cause some pretty massive issues as well. I'm doing fine, Lucy. Appreciate you asking. Oh, I believe we just got a new tornado warning. Trying to remember what my own alerts tell me. I guess we just got 3 new active severe thunderstorm warnings. So this just got extended for severe thunderstorm warning out here in relation to the storm moving southeast towards Raleigh. Uh-oh, I should not have done that. Just pressed on something. Okay, there we go. Ocean City, Maryland. Oh gosh. I need a drink. 1 second. It's coming. About an hour and a half. Of course, nothing in my room has... Oh, there we go. I was like, where is my water? I swear I had a water. Alright. Thank you, Alice, for those kind words. Alright. So, Ocean City, Maryland. Love that place. I was there last year for 4th of July. You can see, here you are. right here. But there are thunderstorms. You look to your north and west, they are coming. So if you're going out for the night on the boardwalk, I would keep in mind you underneath the tornado watch. So yes, an isolated tornado or two is possible, but also a kind of greater concern is wind as the storm kind of meanders its way more south and east. You can see how it's going to pivot this way. You could expect that timing around 8 o'clock for impact. So if you are at Ocean City and you go out somewhere and they only have outdoor seating for dinner, unless you want your dinner to be soaked and blown into the ocean, do not sit outside. That goes a long way for a lot of these coastal regions. I could say that for Wildwood, just went underneath the severe thunderstorm warning. Atlantic City, about to be underneath the severe thunderstorm warning. So yeah. We go on the boardwalk right now. So yeah, get the boardwalk time in now. But just know it will be limited. The good news is if you're a late night person like I am, you can hunker down at the bar or wherever is age appropriate for you. My favorite, saltwater taffy. Eat some taffy, and it should be gone in about 30 minutes, so it won't ruin the entire night. There might be some lingering showers behind it, but nothing a brave soul can't go past. So hopefully you have a great time out there. My mom is stuck in Atlanta due to a ground stop at BWI. Oh, geez. That is annoying. Yeah, air travel has been really affected by a few major airports being severely infected. And not to make matters worse, but we have severe weather that has impacted Denver, which is also another key hub, especially if we're flying southwest today. So that's caused some major issues. And also, just want to mention this again that I mentioned about 30 minutes ago. We do have a flash flood emergency out just west of Colorado City in the Burns Scar, just west of the highway there. So that is a major event. A flash flood emergency is the highest tier of flash flooding, and is reserved for, I believe that warning contacts had a large debris flow flying off the mountain was coming. So very concerning there. Florida, I don't believe there's anything big happening wise. There's a few cells up to the northern portions. Ohio, nothing happening. And I actually do have a brand new tornado warning. So this is the first new tornado warning in a while here. Brand new tornado warning has been issued for Virginia. This is a cell that caught my attention a little bit a while ago here. This is going to be for Claremont, Scotland, and Rushmere. Heading towards, you got to keep an eye on this, guys, because this is heading towards very populated areas of Smithfield, Newport News, Norfolk, and eventually Chesapeake. Those areas are not underneath the warning just yet. But if this thing continues to move southeast, it will be going there. So we have a tornado warning for Virginia. You can look at the velocity scan together. You can see probably right there. It's really close to the radar, so pretty good scan. Right there is the current tornado concern. You can see really weird looking storm too. Look how detached this rotation is from the storm. But yes, that detached hook is a pretty big, hey, there's a problem going to be happening here. And that's what we're looking at right now. Moving up to the north, got a lot of questions for Maryland. So Maryland, we're starting at the point where Maryland's trying to exit most of the region, especially in the interior Maryland. Still coastal Maryland has to go through the storm. Just north of Ocean City, now underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to be issued for 60-mile-per-hour winds and tornado possible tag. It's going to be for Bethany Beach, Lewes, Georgetown, Seaford, Laurel, Del Mar, and Millsboro. So if you're underneath there, it's that. If you just got the warning and you're on those beaches, it's now time to exit the beach. The storm is absolutely tearing through the area. It's moving quickly, about 50 miles per hour southeast. It's going to cause some tree damage and possible power outages. So now your alert's there. That's kind of the wrap up for Maryland. Southern Maryland will be seeing these storms as they pivot and move to the southeast as well. You're just going to have to wait a couple more hours. Yeah, Baltimore, all clear. If you're anywhere, let me draw a line. If you're anywhere west of this line, if you're anywhere west, so this is the area, you are clear. So you're all good. Includes Philadelphia, not Philadelphia just yet. That includes west of Philadelphia. That includes Wilmington, Harrisburg, Washington, Baltimore, Fredericksburg. So all these areas starting to get a decrease in severe weather activity as this front pushes through. Any tornado touchdown today? We can do a quick check. Would you guys like to see? Let's do Meso. Oh no, let's just go to SBC reporting website. See, I would not be shocked. Okay, yeah, we have one confirmed tornado so far today, which actually is quite shocking. There's been a lot of warnings, but remember the reports do lag the actual warnings because you have to survey and check them all. So the one tornado report that I saw, where was that? Oh, wait, no, I can see. With over, I just want to mention 120 wind damage reports. That's a lot of wind damage. Let's go to today. So, confirmed tornado was near Oxford, Maryland for today so far. You think there's an ocean or a water spout? Well, if you have a photo, let me know. I actually would not be surprised. There's some slight convection out here. You have any tips on how to become a meteorologist? DM me. I don't have time right now, but I love helping out people. Hit me up in the DMs or hit me up in the Discord. Discord's probably the best way to get to me. I can help you out after the severe weather threat ceases. Let's take a look here on Ashton Storm. We're going to name it after you, Ashton. Oh, this thing needs to be warned, guys. This thing might be on the ground right there. Ashton, do you see any? Oh, wait, hold up. Sorry. Scratch that. That was a radar scan just a while ago. So that died off a little bit. But that radar scan right there near Quakertown. I guess I saw that earlier. I thought they were going to warn that, but I guess they did not. Still, I mean, still got broader. I see all these gray pixels here, so I'm not like immediately concerned just yet. Again, I'm honestly pretty concerned about a flash flooding event happening here. This thing is just not moving. There's a water spout at Ocean City Beach. Does anyone have a photo? If you have a photo, feel free to DM me. I'll check my DMs right now. I can get it on stream if you want to share it. Okay. So I was just shocked because I got like a random DM from someone who I've talked to in a while. All right, what is everyone? Let's stay on topic. Can everyone please stop spamming in chat? Yeah, honestly. I'm recruiting more mods. I should really get on this. Oh, actually, I have a breaking rainy weather alert here. Well, I actually thought. Okay, so we have flash flooding concerns. So we have just look at this entire corridor, guys. Flash flooding becoming a major concern now across this corridor here in southeast Pennsylvania and the western central portions. No, Brad, it is not that. My reaction, I was quite shocked. You guys make me laugh sometimes. You're funny. I have a girlfriend. Very happy relationship, may I add. Do you think Asheville will be okay? They're kind of nervous. But, okay, so let's go back to Asheville. The good news is the main corridor of the storms have moved south. So Asheville is now all clear. And I'm not expecting any more severe weather as well. So we should be good. The front has dragged south of you. You can see all the convection is down in the south. Yeah, if anyone's interested in modding in the future, feel free to DM me as well or hit me up in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, the link is in the bio. It's a link tree. You can join the Discord. Discord, I highly recommend joining because it's a community in which I announce when I go live. We also are going to have a community event very soon of a gaming night. Honestly, guys, I was trying to get the 100,000K follower celebration out soon. And the funny thing is, the weather has been so crazy over the past 2 weeks. Like, this has been one of the most busiest 2 weeks of my life. I am so fortunate to have this position to help so many people out, but it has been quite busy. So the moment we have a day which is not like absolutely insane, we will have the fun gaming stream. Oh, if you can't have... Okay, so some reason there are issues with some the link not showing for some people. DM me. I'll shoot you the link. And beyond that... if you can't get contact, if you can't DM me on here, then the worst case scenario, find me on another platform. Would you ever try to stream on European radars? It's just, Europe is so hard. The radars are honestly garbage. So it's tough. It's tough. And, I say I'm like somewhat skilled, not to toot my own horn, at kind of knowing United States geography and tendencies. I storm chase as well. I'm a 2-season storm chaser over the past few years. I just don't really have a lot of experience with the European weather. It's something I do want to dabble in the future, though, when I graduate college, guys, because I'll have my next semester in 3 weeks. That'll be my final year. I graduate in just 1 year. It's scary. 8 months. And I'll be a degreed meteorologist, no longer a student meteorologist. Please don't spam chat, guys. Please don't spam chat. Flood in Maryland. Let's see. I don't think we have actually any flood warnings now in Maryland as of right now. Most of the flood warnings are in our counties here in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania seems to be taking the brunt of it. and southeast corridor here. No flood warnings yet in Maryland. Okay, let's go back to our tornado warning. It's a tornado warning here in Virginia. Let's see how this one's developing. Seeing the hook die a bit. Yeah, hooks died. Okay, let's go this one. This one's catching my eye from afar. Not really now. Heading to the west. Robbinsville. Robbinsville still underneath the tornado warning here in North Carolina. I see some rotation in Burlington. Thank you for the report. Let's go to the north here. I want to go to these storms up to the north again. I'm keeping a very close eye on them. Yeah, you gotta keep an eye right here. Yeah, Patrick, for some people, it glitches out. So DM me. I'll get you the Discord link. Hit me up with the DM. It should be my bio, but I do know I have had people message me and show me a screenshot. It does not show up for some people. It's really weird. I think it's a bug or maybe just a feature for some accounts on TikTok. So if you have trouble, feel free to reach out. I'll help you out. All right, let's so we having a little bit more of a quiet time. I don't see any pressing tornado warnings as of right now, so I'm going to take the time to do some more spot questions. And I know, Matt. Let's do some more spot questions. We had 5 tornadoes this year in the Czech Republic. Jeez. Yeah, like tornadoes in Europe are so rare. They're pretty special. And just for reference, guys, I think we were at 700 tornadoes now. Stugin says 7.1 magnitude earthquake struck Japan today. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. You know, I really need to make like an app. So I have notifications on for earthquakes. I have special notifications on. They're just not loud enough to wake me up. That's why I have a special rainy day weather Discord policy in which if there is a tsunami warning or a really large earthquake, I do tell my Discord, you have the permission to spam at me and spam call me. That's the only time I will ever permit spamming, but it's kind of like the Batman signal for me. It's the tsunami signal. Maybe I should make that. About to get slammed in Chapel Hill. It seems like crazy thunder. Yeah, the storm is moving towards your way. You were underneath that tornado warning earlier, but now I lost sight of you. Oh yeah, over here. Oopsies, we're doing a little shimmy sham over here. Now the storm is moving over. Now a little bit less of a tornado threat, more of a high wind threat as it kind of drags its way south. You can see how it's kind of honestly dragging a little bit more east now. But here you are. Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, velocity. Yep. Okay. Got a couple friends that live in Phoenixville. So I go to Penn State for college, guys, and a lot of my friends are from Philly. Phoenixville. So let's go over here. Let's check generally just in the area. Yeah, not seeing anything that pops out to me here. And then moving up to the north, I am just continuing to monitor this broad rotation towards Frenchtown. Not a ton. And beyond that, I don't see anything that's of concern. So more of a flooding threat here. Someone said... Patrick, okay, yeah, you know, I always believe in the jinx too. I live in the Philippines. The tornado was here. Well, it was here. Wow, geez, that sounds crazy bad. If you're okay. Were there any supercells today? Yeah, there was a few today. I mean, we even have a tornado warned supercell. I'd say hybrid supercell over here. It's very messy looking, very disorganized, disheveled, as I like to say. There have been plenty of them. Been a crazy tornado season. Yesterday was so devastating to see the town in Appleton and the surrounding communities get so hardly hit with a large tornado, an EF3 currently, possibly EF4, and that was tough to see. So that's why we do this type of stuff. You see how this straight line wind event is heading towards the coastal regions here. And luckily, tornado season should start to be easing up a bit. You know, tornadoes can happen at any time of the year, but we really should start to lose pace on tornado outbreaks, which would be a welcome sight. Right outside of Appleton, it's horrible here. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully, they can get the support and recovery efforts they need. I mean, the good news I saw, at least so far, there was no reported fatalities, which is a miracle with all the damage I've seen. Of course, you know, it still hurts. Obviously, people are losing homes and the communities are destroyed. It's for an entire community. The problem with such a big tornado is the entire community is going through it. So your school, your bank, and your own home have been damaged, and and some places destroyed, so it's tough. All right, let's continue to go. So we got a tornado warning heading towards Andrews here in North Carolina. It's sagging towards even Georgia. We'll see. Instability is running really low over here, so I don't know if it's going to make it up into Georgia yet. So to be fair, there was a severe thunderstorm watch out, yes, and you know the tornado warning is really hard. I won't speak about too much. I do have an explainer video on YouTube currently about it, but it's a tough situation. There's always room to improve in weather communication. I will 100% believe that, and it's something we can learn from. It's just when you have a tornado in which goes from, watch out for this rotation regain here. Speaking of tornadoes here in Surrey in Scotland, we have a tornado go from like no radar signature to a tornado on the ground radar signature. It's really tough as a warner, because how are you supposed to anticipate something that hasn't happened yet? Usually tornadoes have a little bit of a telltale sign before they touch the ground. That one got a little bit more amplification from what's called a RFD surge from a colliding supercell. But the problem is when RFD surges happen, we really still don't physically understand how they work in regards to strengthening or destroying circulation. So it's a complicated dance in warning areas. So please don't spam chat. We will check out Edmonton again. It's kind of interesting. Usually the TikTok algorithm stays pretty on topic, but I guess, you know, Edmonton, you got some big boy storms out to your west. The good news is most of those big boy storms currently are still to your west. But I watched out. You got some seedlings out here. Right here, I like to call them seedlings. They're little storms before they become big and powerful. You do have a tornado risk within the region here over the next few hours. Well, I got to watch it along this line here, because that fills in down to your south. That will be taking advantage of some more convection abilities. So could see some winds 100 to 120 kilometers per hour over there. What's the app? This is Weatherfront. You can get it on your phone. You can check the link in my bio for a free premium month. And also, you can claim that premium month if you use that code on the website. So there's a website and there is an app. Should I study meteorology? If you enjoy it and you have the drive to do it, I am almost done with my degree. I got one more year. I can tell you it is a lot of hard work. I can tell you more specifics if you ever want to. Feel free to DM me, but it is it's tough. But if you want it, you can do it. It's been my dream. And guys, this summer I've been literally living out my dream even before I had my degree, giving you guys weather updates every day. It's been an absolute amazing thing for me. I mean, the growth. Just for example, guys, on Instagram, to begin this summer, I had a summer of interning, or not like interning, but owning the company and fully investing my summer into the company of Rainy Day Weather. We've grown Instagram from 12,000 followers to just hit 40,000 followers today, which is just insane to me. So, and TikTok is another big one. We went from 70,000 to 120,000. So, you guys are amazing. Shout out to all of you. So, I see this broad rotation talk about. Yep, we got it right here, just south of Quakertown. Nothing that's convincing enough to issue the warning yet, I assume. Look at this storm, guys. This storm is stalled. It's not moving. Got a new flash flood warning. You see how it literally Quakertown has been getting very heavy rain for about an hour right now, and it's about to inch out. But man, that's going to cause some pretty major urban flash flooding. Probably flooded roadways. I just survived. Can you give me city and state, guys, if you have questions? So here's thunderstorms hitting Philadelphia now. They're pushing through central New Jersey. Lancaster is done for today in Pennsylvania there, Hannah. How's it going, Jess? Gino, you gotta give me your state as well, please. Thank you, Jess and Stevo and Taj for the donation. Appreciate you guys so much. The website is Weatherfront. The link is in my bio. It's Weatherfront. I think there should be a tornado warning next to Durham. Let me check. I could give my opinion. It's going to be a crazy academic year for me. I mean, I'm going to be pretty busy in general. Oh, this is a... Ooh, I see what you're talking about here. This is a storm that was tornado warned a little bit ago. It's somewhat gained some broad rotation. Actually, you know, what catches my eye a little bit more is this one right here. A little bit of a side lobe. So we'll have to see. Nothing that's super convincing. I see what you're talking about, though. I'll keep an eye on it. What about North New Jersey? So these storms are lingering. You can see it's just kind of sub-severe. These are more broad storms, not deep convection. Moderate rain following across most of the region. I don't think severe weather is very likely within this area. When you see this type of rain, it's basically telling me, hey, the atmosphere is getting stable, and a big powerhouse storm is not likely. The more rain that happens, the more stable the atmosphere becomes. That means it's harder for the cloud to rise throughout the atmosphere and cause a thunderstorm there. Julian, can you give me your state too, please? South New Jersey, underneath severe thunderstorm warnings right now for 60-mile-per-hour winds. You can see some isolated power outages potentially developing as these storms kick through. They are starting to lose strength as well, so some good news regarding that. And I do have a new tornado warning coming out for you guys. Yeah, we have a new tornado warning. This thing's been going on for a while. This is like our longest lived tornado warning. This is a third warning polygon on this storm. This is for Andrews. Andrews, North Carolina. You are now underneath an active tornado warning. Thank you, Adam, for the donation. Appreciate that. Philadelphia is done for today. Bain, North Carolina. I believe that was over. Where was that? Was it over here? Beep, beep, beep. I don't know how loud you guys can hear the beeps when the... That's like a thing I coded too. I'm pretty proud of that. Like the updates you see on my sides, I'm gonna make them a little bit more pretty in the coming streams. But I think they add to the experience. Let me know what you think, or if you have any recommendations. So yes, for mid-Bain right now, you're right here. You're in a severe thunderstorm warning, but those cells, you can see they're past you now. So I actually think if you can dodge these cells, you're probably going to be done for the rest of the day. And, okay, yeah. There we go. In city and state, guys, city and state, let's go back to here. Tornado warning still continuing here in Virginia. You can see that hook. Oh, wow, the hook kind of came back right here. Okay, they are going to issue a new tornado warning. Let's go. We got a new tornado warning out. New tornado warning out. This tornado warning now is, well, it looks like they want to include. Also, severe thunderstorm watch just came out for northern Georgia. Northern Georgia, you're going to get involved in the severe weather. Tornado warning is valid for Franklin, North Carolina, and Clayton, Georgia. This is quite interesting. I'm interested to see what they see on this bad boy. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Of course, they have, people giving out reports too. So I would still take shelter here. I'm not too convinced on this radar imagery there's a tornado threat, but nonetheless, take it seriously. Seek shelter. I don't like to go against warnings from the National Weather Service. They have a lot more resources at their disposal. So seek shelter. New tornado warning. Our first tornado warning of the day for Georgia now. Tornado warning for Mackin? I don't think so. Yeah, Mike, that is nowhere near Mackin. Here's Mackin. Or is it Macon? It's Macon, right? Not Mackin. It's Macon. All right, let's head back up to New Jersey. New Jersey starting to lose some of the severe thunderstorm warnings. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning continuing just in Quakertown. This is a tornado possible tag here. We're starting to shift less of a severe weather threat here. There's still some severe weather ongoing, but more of a flash flooding threat as these storms continue to stall and move their way this way. Let's look at the future radar. I think this will be helpful to kind of get your visual of the next few hours here. I'm going to zoom in out a bit. We'll go sector by sector here. But look how a surface low develops right here. This is kind of a northeaster type storm, which I was told by multiple people is not rare. But yes, it is extremely rare to see a northeaster type storm. That means a low surface low developing right off the coast. In the summer, you just don't have the types of dynamics at play. Thank you, Kai, for the donation, or KY. And we have a surface low, which actually will be stalling right here. The storm will stall over the next few days and just bring in moisture all into the New England region. So if you live in these areas right here, I'd be concerned about flooding, especially tomorrow. Oh, Mackin, North Carolina. Okay, yeah. Okay. So there's a little bit of a future radar. And, okay, so I thought they got upgraded for a second. So we now have 4 active tornado warnings across the region. Is PA okay? Well, we still got a couple of concerning storms, especially in southeast Pennsylvania. Flash flooding, a core concern. Isolated tornado threat still remains, and also keeping an eye on a rotating storm towards Quakertown at this moment. Nothing tornado warned, but this sector right here, it could see some very significant flooding relatively soon. Laurel, Delaware. Let me take a peek. I see. Okay. Yeah, keep an eye on, like, right on this frontal boundary here. You see how those reds and greens are next to each other. Along these, like, boundaries, it can be tough because the tornadoes are called QLCS tornadoes. Embedded in these lines, they can drop down and move up really quickly. They can form quickly. We actually do have a new tornado warning. This is for a brand new region here. Brand new tornado warning here north of Mebane. This is for Indian Village and Rogemont. Not even going to try. So you can see this tornado warning storm is heading due east. So interesting. This is a storm we took a look at just a couple of moments ago. I talked about how this rotation was piquing my interest there. I wanted a small tornado for some reason. Hey, the urge to chase storms, I can relate to that. It's okay. And also, let's go over here our other active tornado warnings in North Carolina and Georgia. Let's take a look at the rotation on them together. I'm very suspicious about this portion of the storm for rotation south of Andrews. Broad rotation here southwest of Franklin in North Carolina. This is heading into Georgia in these corridors. Yes, I have read the radar correctly. Golden star. Good job. There are, you practice, you can get pretty good at this. When is the next Aurora? That is impossible to say. We'll see. We've been treated to many these past few years. Let's look back at this tornado warned storm here. It's still got some rotation here just northwest of Rushmere. Let's do a full radar check here. Let's go to MRMS. All right, what do we get? See, I don't even know my own tones. So we got, this movement here. The storm stalling here, kind of the surface low that's based off of in New York, but that's kind of propelling all these storms here. Obviously, these are starting to run out of room on the eastern coast, and then these ones here have a little bit more room to go on the southern side of the front. They're just going to run out of instability eventually, so seeing severe weather down deeper south than this sector will be pretty hard to see, especially as that sun sets. Let me take a look for Vineland. Might go into standby mode here if these tornado warnings get canceled. For Vineland, you are getting hit by some storms right now. They're currently sub-severe. You can see how they're dissipating a little bit. Maybe a little bit of a flash flooding concern. But overall, a significant severe weather threat is decreasing in your region. Slim, can you be a little bit more specific? Why is there a nor'eastern in July? It's actually a great question, and I'll do a brief explanation on it, not to bore everyone, but the reason why we don't see them in summer that often is because you need a big temperature difference, a gradient, in which you can get a lot in the winter. In the winter, the land is really, really cool compared to the ocean. The ocean, you feel cool, but the ocean usually stays 40s, 50s, but the land can get to negatives. When you have that really deep, cold air, you can strengthen a storm complex at low pressure very efficiently. But during the summer, there's really not that much of a big difference between these sectors here. And what's happening here is actually we have a pretty rare site of which we have what's called a big upper level trough. So this is a pretty big rare thing where the upper air jet stream, the stream of air is going around here. And then you have actually really relatively cool air, which relatively, moving in from Canada. This is like 50s, 60s. And with that big difference, you actually can strengthen this area and then strengthen our low pressure. So it's just really hard to get this set up in the summer. It's really hard. And that's why it is a very rare to see a nor'easter in the summer. Of course, doesn't have the same impacts, and also this nor'easter won't be like considerably a strong one. Just be structurally it will be. Yes, there was a tornado warning in Asheville about 30 minutes ago. I don't know. Did that get confirmed? I haven't looked online yet. Phoenixville. You're all clear now in Phoenixville. You were in it? Oh, geez. Hopefully you're safe. Are you okay? You have a new upgrade tornado warning. This is an emergency alert for any beachgoers here. A tornado warning has been issued for the coastal regions of Delaware, Long Neck, and north of Bethany Beach. If you are in Bethany Beach, Rehoboth Beach, you need to get off the beach and in shelter immediately, okay? This is an emergency alert. You have a tornado warning storm heading into your region here. Get off the beach. This is not the type of storm you want to mess with here. Exit the beach now, gather your stuff, and move indoors. You want to go to a sturdy structure that is not like an outdoor awning. You want to be inside, away from exterior windows and walls. This is a brand new tornado warning associated with our area. Actually, tornado right here and possible tornado right here. So the line has started to kink itself a little bit and has caused rotation in two separate spots. This rotation is heading east towards Long Neck, Rehoboth Beach, and Bethany Beach. So again, seek shelter within that area. That should be a little bit of heads up too for my friends down towards Ocean City and Fenwick Island. The storm complex here is probably going to mainly move out to your east, but there's still this side here that could re-jut out. So an isolated tornado still remains possible. Time for you to seek shelter as well. Again, guys, please don't spam. You will be muted. I'm muting some people, so chat should get a little bit better. But yeah. Max, the good news for Philly is that tornado risk has really decreased here. More of a flash flooding risk. You can see how these storms are kind of just hanging around you. Tornado risk has really decreased. So you don't have to be worried about a tornado now. The storms started to weaken as the sun set and sun angle, which is some good news. So we do have 6 active tornado warnings now. Shelby, can you give city and state, guys? Let me do a little update here. Shelby, North Carolina, I'm assuming. West of Charlotte. Oh, I see what you're talking about. You're on it today. Oh, that's close. It's a little bit of... when it's close to like this empty space, I get a little suspicious of it. I do see Broad, but we'll have to see. The big thing is it's on the hook, so we'll... Yeah, I think it has a chance to get warned. We'll see here. So if you're in Blacksburg, good shot again. I'd keep an eye on this. This might get tornado warned here in the next few moments. Why does this why does this keep happening at night? There's actually a good reason for that. Thunderstorms usually get started around mid-afternoon because that's when the peak amount of energy is at the surface. So they start in mid-afternoon and then they roll right into the evening. And that's why, that's why yesterday was so weird when we had an EF3/EF4 go through Wisconsin at noon. That is extremely rare to see a strong tornado that early. It just was so hot in these areas. They have so much energy. They did not need any afternoon heating assistance. Yeah, this is becoming pretty concerning here. Multiple tornado threats within this warning polygon here for Rehoboth, Long Neck, and Bethany Beach. Again, time to exit the beach and seek shelter, guys. Do not push it on this one. When you have a tornado warning, it's no time to delay, especially with the storm moving about 40 miles per hour to the east. We actually have a new severe thunderstorm warning here in Pennsylvania. This is going to be for Quakertown and Rotarian Township. Ooh, big sneeze. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Is there anything worried about in Morristown, New Jersey? New Jersey, I do believe, is starting to decrease in overall significant severe weather threat. I just think we're starting to run out of energy. The atmosphere is getting a little bit more stable. Flash flooding is a core concern, though, over the next few hours. So I would not let your guard down just yet. Quakertown is bad right now. Are you seeing flooding? What are you seeing? Obviously, you've been inside this heavy, heavy thunderstorm for at 2 hours. It's been downpouring there. Let's go down to the south here. Check on our other tornado warnings. This is one for Virginia heading towards Rushmere. Let's check on the rotation. That's about to exit the warning polygon here. Might need a new one. Got some rotation on it. Nothing super convincing, but it's tiny bit of rotation here. Just passing it northeast of Rushmere. That'll be heading towards Hampton and Newport. So there's a lot of people in front of this thing. If this thing can get assisted a little bit by the less friction of the water, we might see a water spout turn into a tornado. So keep an eye on that one. Flooding for sure. Wind is crazy. Thank you for the report. Stay safe out there. How's Abington? Looks like midnight now. City and state, guys. I think answer some more spot questions. It's relatively chill currently. Abington, Virginia. Abington, Virginia is done for today. For severe weather, you might have some lingering showers. Might have the wrong location on you. Abington, PA. That would make more sense. Yeah, in Abington right now, I'd watch out for some heavy downpours. But beyond that is, if I have the right location, I think I do. Severe weather is not ongoing. What program is this? This is Weatherfront. The link is in my bio for a free premium code to the Apple version of the website, or you can check the website for yourself. If you want like the premium version of the website, you can claim the Apple code on your phone and then transfer the account information over. I'm in Salisbury right now, and it's getting serious. Jeez. Okay, let me take a look. I guess shift over there in North Carolina. Yeah, look at this. That's kind of funny because this cell was heading right towards you and then kind of died. So I don't think there's going to be much actually happening. You see the cell to your southwest. That looks like it's going to miss you. So you might be honestly not seeing much at all. Kind of crazy. Sometimes that happens. Good news is this tornado warning here in Virginia has now been canceled. Let's go back to our tornado warning here. The newest one as of our set here for Rehoboth and Bethany Beach. You can see how this is a QLCS tornado threat. This is this line that has any spin ups. Could see right here towards Long Neck. Yeah, Long Neck. This one has like the biggest potential right here. The red and green's right next to each other, crossing over the Long Neck east. Let's look if there's any debris. Sometimes you can get a little bit of debris on these, and that's how you can tell if they're on the ground or not. Yeah, a little hard to see. Okay, well, he's got a new update. That was the tone for the update. So, in looking at this overall, still an active tornado warning. You see they reissued it. And I'd say the biggest tornado threat near term, about to get to the beaches, guys. So it's really dire. You get off the beaches as soon as possible. Is right between Rehoboth Beach and Bethany Beach, which I'm seeing now. It looks like there's not a lot of homes there. I can't tell what's there. It's too much red. There's homes a little bit to the north of it, but looks like more of a key than this is their homes. Looks like a little marina, maybe. That would suck. Your boat getting lofted up by a tornado. Let's check by Philadelphia. Yeah, we got flash flooding happening in the city. Most of the convection and thunderstorm activity has now moved to the northeast. Unfortunately, I don't have a severe weather radar in Belgium. Sorry. You can see this is a little bit more of a developing line here towards Kilmarnock. 60 mile per hour winds. You see they extended the tornado warning a little bit south of the first warning polygon. So northern Durham and Hillsborough have just been added to a tornado warning here in North Carolina. So keep that in mind. A new tornado warning issued. This has been dragged a little bit further south. Look how the circulation kind of dove a little bit further south. So here it is here. And then right there. Well, actually, it was pretty shot and coupled just a few moments ago. Right there. And then right there. So it's got a little bit more broad, but just moments ago, it was definitely at least a funnel from that tornado warned storm. Getting pretty close to some populated areas. Keep that in mind, guys. Then lastly, let's check on our tornado warned storms out to the west here. Yeah, not seeing a ton. I mean, maybe a little bit here in Tate, just west of Tate City. These radars are a little far away, so it's definitely a mess. Please don't spam chat, guys. Please don't spam chat. Let's do a full radar update again. Let's go to... Now, something I like to do on MRMS, this is all the radars stitched together into one program, is I like to look at rotation and the past rotation of the past 6 hours. So you can look at like possible rotation tracks. Specifically, we saw our morning here, past 6 hours with rotation across this sector. You can see how many of our storms have been rotating at least pretty rapidly. I mean, look, everything you see here, just south of Asheville, that was some pretty big rotation mentioned here. This is probably a tornado just south of Maryville. So this thing has been pumping some pretty decent rotation according to MRMS. You see this one also has had a long track, but has eventually stopped here. We tracked that for a while here in North Carolina. This is the other one that was tornado warned a few moments ago, no longer. And then also, you may notice across a lot of portions of the sector on our QLCS, our squall line, had a lot of embedded rotation, very close areas of quick spin-up potential. And also, you can see, lastly, our rotation blob from that storm has just been sitting over Quakertown. So pretty cool. I like to use this to kind of see how much rotation has actually happened today, and it's always fun to look at. Last little thing I look at before we hop back to normal radar is I like to look at reoccurrence level for flash flooding. You can see a 1 in 8 year flood happening up. Let's go to Quakertown. Wow, Quakertown, this is not good towards Quakertown. Quakertown currently estimated a 1 in 200 year flood happening. Let's see how much rain actually is estimated to have fallen. That's a huge amount. Yeah, Quakertown estimated 4 to 5 inches of rain. That's not good, guys. That might get upgraded to a considerable tag. Latest radar indication is naming that a 1 in 200 year flood. Jeez. That's crazy. Oh, man. Yeah, please don't spam chat, guys. You will be muted. Wow. So if you're just joining in, see some people joining right now, we're checking on the hydrology. We got a few tornado warnings, but yes, we just saw a National Weather Service product that estimates amount of rain that's fallen to reoccurrence averages. Specifically for Quakertown, lower southeast of Allentown here, this has issued a 1 in 200 year flood. I'll put this on your screen here. You see, okay, there you go. There's 2 of them. There's another 200 year flood. You see some of these like over towards Frenchtown, 1 in 70 year flood, 1 in 28 year flood. So that's a big deal. That is a lot of rain falling. Anywhere that is vulnerable to flash flooding will be getting some pretty massive flash flooding issues within the area. Wow. So let's go back to our normal. There you go. Cool. We're back. Durham, let's go. So Durham, actually, you just got added to a tornado warning on the northern side. So if you're in northern Durham, you should be watching out. Also, you're about to get slammed by the combination of everything happening. So tornado warning is issued just to your north. You should be in shelter if you've got. So Taylor, if you got that emergency alert on your phone, or if you recognize you are north of Liberty Street. You see here's Liberty Street, or that's Liberty Street down here, or Ross Road. If you're north in this sector of Durham, you should be in your safe place. You got a rotating thunderstorm that's kind of northwest of you. And also, a big word of advice on this storm specifically, it is if there's a tornado, it will be rain wrapped. There's a lot of rain, so the actual rotation's right over here. It's heading to the southeast, but look at all the rain around you. It will be basically impossible to see this tornado. So I'd highly recommend play it extra safe. Go in your safe place. Once you're in your safe place, let your friends, your family, and please be safe out there. Let us know how that goes. For a safe place, go to the most interior room of your home or the place you're in. You need to be in a sturdy structure. Avoid windows and exterior walls. Again, now overall radar presentation, I'm not super concerned as a whole for you, but I want you to be extra safe. An extra few minutes in your safe place won't do any harm. Get some scrolls in and try to stay safe out there, okay? So glad to help you out. We'll keep an eye on that for you as the storms continue to the southeast there. Let's go to our coastal tornado warning here for Bethany Beach as well as Rehoboth Beach. You can see our storms have just struck, so possible tornado just crossed the beach. Yeah, right here, just south of Rehoboth Beach. Hopefully everyone got off the beach there. And also, quick little check on lightning. Yeah, there's a decent amount of lightning strikes as well. So if the tornado doesn't scare you, a giant bolt of electricity from Zeus himself should. So please, seek shelter. Wait, okay, hold up. One of my friends is underneath the tornado warning. Oh yeah, this is one. Wait, Delaware. Yeah, okay. Hold up. One of my friends is in this tornado warning right here. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on, I'm gonna give him a call. Yo, make sure you're inside. I'm tracking literally live right now. There's a tornado most likely like 2 miles south of Bethany Beach, about to cross the Dewey Beach. Yep, looks latest radar scan's in. It probably just crossed the beach into the water. Latest radar scan.
That's good then.
Yeah, so yeah, you should be safe if you're. Which beach did you say you're in? Okay, yeah, you should be good. The storm's just the main portion I was watching for tornado. There was one to your north and one to your south. But yeah, I'm literally tracking it live on TikTok right now. So when you said that, I was like, oh wait, my one friend's in this tornado warning. So glad to hear you're safe. Yeah, cool. All right, stay safe. Have fun. Bye. Okay, good. We have helped alert one of my friends who's in that tornado warning. So he's in Bethany Beach. So we got him the information he needed, and luckily the main tornado threat has just crossed out and into the water. So still good to see some high winds here. So even though the tornado threat's now decreased as the side of the storm has entered the water, you're still going to see the 60 to 70 mile per hour winds as well. Let's head down to the south here. Actually, you want to check the towards Virginia. Let me take a look. Yeah, there's a few of them I'm keeping an eye on right over here. Yeah, I don't see that one. This one's still broad. What is that noise? What is going on outside? Okay. I was like, this should be raining outside where I'm at. All right, guys. Well, let's go back to an active tornado warning here for Durham. We got a brand new cut. Durham and Hillsborough here in North Carolina as well. It's Rogemont. You're underneath tornado warning. Let's go over radar reading here. Good news for you. You should stay in your safe place still, but rotation has decreased overall. So some good news in the near term is I think that tornado is not on the ground. And look at this absolute mess. Another just all the storms just slap into each other, and you got to keep an eye on those anyways. These could cause spin-ups as well. Let's see, I think we just got a new alert here. Okay, very good, guys. Please don't spam chat. I don't know, why is the TikTok algorithm giving everyone from Edmonton? I will check Edmonton again. Appreciate your support, but it's not helpful to spam. Edmonton, brace for impact. Oh, my gosh. Holy. Well, you still got some time. Probably about 50 to 1 hour and a half. Look at this thing. Beastly cells coming towards you guys. If you're in Edmonton, look to the west. We still got some time. Let's see how many miles. 40 miles. about 80-ish kilometers out to the west of you. So that thing is moving towards you, maybe a little bit less than that, maybe 60-ish kilometers out to the west of you. You gotta be ready. That thing is packing a punch. Prepare for 80 to 100 km/h winds and isolated tornado risk for Edmonton. So there you go. I know who's watching for Edmonton right now. I know we've been getting a lot of viewers from there. Sorry I haven't been covering too much. It's just the storms didn't look impressive until literally the past 2 seconds. I mean, look at that thing. It's crazy. Ethan, stay safe out there. We'll keep an eye out for you guys. I'll come back to it soon. Let's go out here where we have a new tornado warning. Actually, this is the new tornado warning. Yes, a new tornado warning out for Farner and Ducktown. That's a fun name here for Tennessee. We're right in the corner of Tennessee and Georgia, as well as the surrounding corridors. Wow, that Winnipeg storm really blew up. So seek shelter if you're within that region. All right, guys, I'm going to go refill my water. I'll be right back. I'm going to put you on the big radar, and I'll be back in just a mere moment. While I take a quick second to run away, what is everyone's favorite day of the week? Yes, okay. Debate in the comments. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. What do we got? Rehoboth Beach is out of the tornado warning now, but you still are experiencing some high winds. You would not be outside until that stuff calms down. Let's see. Would anything happen while I was gone? We got severe thunderstorm warning for northern Georgia now. You can see the storms are racing into DeLonge. Yeah, I definitely not say that right. Yeah, look at the storm complex. Pretty powerful storm complex moving into northern Georgia here. So be ready for some high winds and isolated tornado risk. Moving off to the east, Charlotte seeing some severe weather as it crosses your area. You should be done here in the next few minutes. Got a tornado warning out towards Durham and Hillsborough. If you're in northern Durham or in Hillsborough, as well as Rogemont, you should be in your safe place. Thank you, Gabby, for the donation. Appreciate you. Also, this thing is kind of colliding. Look at all these storms colliding. They're colliding and they're going to be jutting out towards Raleigh. So Raleigh and Wake Forest, as well as Lewisburg and Bunn. You're underneath the severe thunderstorm warning for tornado possible, as well as 60-mile-per-hour winds. So spin up tornado remains possible inside of all this garbage, but the high winds are the more likely aspect that will be coming towards you. Just quick radar check for any tornado threat. I'd keep an eye on the Chapel Hill one. Nothing that is immediately popping out to me like, hey, this needs to be warned. And lastly, moving up to the north here, let's go to the radar where it's lit up here in Delaware, southern Delaware, as well as southern Maryland. Ocean City, it's time to get off the beach, by the way. If you're not already off the beach, hopefully you are. That should probably be severe thunderstorm warned. You are underneath a special marine warning, so water spouts in other areas are of concern. Okay, Littleton. I'm gonna check that rotation for you. 1 second. Okay, my friend just texted me. It's the tornado gone. I'm like, bro. Let me check towards Littleton. Where's Littleton in North Carolina? Why don't I not see this? Oh, it's over here. Okay, let me see. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Inbounds, outbounds. Yeah, we might have an unwarned tornado ongoing here just east of Littleton. in North Carolina. Hopefully they can be on. That new radar scan just came in. Actually, reflectivity, not velocity. So watch out. Possible unwarned tornado ongoing here just west of Roanoke Rapids in North Carolina. There's a severe thunderstorm warning. They just pulled the trigger on that. Tornado possible tag. Did not pull the trigger on the tornado warning. Let's do a radar update for the north. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you're done. Hometown. The north, you can see more of a flash flooding concern here. Look at all this stuff, guys. There's really heavy rain that has just sat here. A 1 in 200 year flood currently happening in Quakertown. I mean, look, it has just been heavily raining here for hours. It is completely downpouring, even turning into like a little spinning top here. It is not moving. Very bad news out for that region. And also keeping an eye on any tornado possible tags there, but honestly, the flash flooding a bigger concern. If you're in central New Jersey, there are thunderstorms now making their way into you, so you could see some isolated wind gusts, 40 to 50 miles per hour. Not too much of a power concern at this current point, but flash flooding is still a lingering concern in that region. Bethany Beach in Delaware. Just had to talk to a friend on the phone who is there. You just got passed by that storm that was tornado warned. So the good news is in the immediate threat, a tornado is not likely. However, you're battling some gusty winds. Obviously, you can look outside better than I can. Once the storm complex gets past you, which will probably be, let's see how long this is going to linger, probably be the next hour, then things will start to settle down and you'll probably be able to be outside and enjoy your evening out there. You're making this storm kind of fun. Well, my goal is to make it at least entertaining and informative, the balance of acts. So I appreciate that, Slim. I'll take that as a compliment. Of course, damaging storms are never fun in my sense, but I try to have fun myself during these times. Edmonton, look at this bad boy storm, guys. Jeez. I mean, look, nothing. Boom! Watch out, Edmonton. That's coming towards you guys. Large hail, high winds up to 100 kilometers plus, and a couple tornadoes possible. Toronto not underneath concern. Please don't spam chat. Yeah, most of Delaware has now ceased their severe weather risk. So unless you're on the coastal portions, you're really starting to lose severe weather risk. Yeah, I appreciate that, Slim. Salt Lake City, Utah. I think that's the first Utah question I've gotten so far. I don't know if there's anything going on in Utah. Yeah, not really anything. Yep, nothing. Nada. Yeah, we do have a flash flood emergency, guys. I know I mentioned this earlier. Flash flood emergency out for Colorado. This is a rare, highest-end flash flooding event. The reason for it was the rain fell over the burn scar in this region, which... You don't know, when wildfires go through a region and leave all the trees and bushes and brush dead, it starts to dislodge the ground and leaves the ground extremely vulnerable to mudslides and landslides. This is the Aspen Acres burn scar. Currently actually still burning it. It's only at 66%. This will help stop the burning, but of course it will cause major landslides. Actually, this is responsible for closing some major roads earlier this week. And last week, so another one over the same area will not be good. Maryland's also starting to get out of all the risk here. The last piece of Maryland that needs to see severe weather here is kind of this region, Ocean City, down through the coastal regions as this pivots out to the southeast. Let's go down to our tornado warnings here. Burlington. Yeah, Burlington's all clear. So we have tornado warnings here for Durham and Hillsborough, as well as Rogemont. This is still ongoing. Look at this blob over Durham and about to move into Raleigh. So still looking for any potential for tornadoes. Nothing that's really speaking to me, but again, flash flooding risk also a core concern. Look at all this rain that's relatively slow moving, combining into each other, and just making a mess. So keep that in mind. I mean, you have like storms that are moving in different directions. You have this storm moving that way, this storm moving that way, and then you have this one is kind of caught between. It's like they all did like a high five together. And when you have that type of action of colliding storms, you usually can get some amplification of the updrafts, causing some more intense rainfall events within the corridor. They collide with each other. Okay, what do we got? Got a severe thunderstorm warning out for the northeast corner of Georgia now. See, this thing is still going on. The rest of our storms seem to be trending downwards in strength. This storm is relatively trending upwards in strength as it races towards Atlanta. Now, I'm actually going to do a quick model check, future radar check, so we can see. I just don't know how long they want to hold that strength for. I'm a little suspicious how far it will go. Yeah, so you can see how it dies by 10. I think it's under modeling the speed. So Atlanta might get into it. I think Athens is definitely more likely. Atlanta is kind of a big question mark. Yeah, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, but anything severe, I think it's still pretty out of the question currently. But these look very healthy for the environment they're in right now. What's going on in South Carolina? Well, we do have severe weather now entering northern portions of South Carolina. Columbia, Sumter, Florence, and surrounding communities up to the north, as well as Greenville, have now fallen underneath a severe thunderstorm watch. That means the ingredients are there for severe weather. Those tags include a small chance of a tornado, but mostly concerned about damaging winds. We also have a brand new tornado warning for Georgia. This includes Hiwassee and southward of that, including Batesville. So that's a very weird looking polygon. Hopefully the other office can fill in. This will get a tornado warning polygon here in a second once the other office can catch up. Look how this kind of segment has really bowed out like that. There's a bunch of winds pushing out at the fringes and causing some damage there. Just doing a little stream health check real quick. Sorry, guys. Quick pause. Okay, that's pretty good. Appreciate you guys being here. Lots of support over the past few weeks. Why is the sky yellow in South Carolina? You could be seeing some of these upper level clouds. We see how we have light rain, but some of these updrafts are causing what's called an anvil cloud. They go up and over you. And they're cirrus clouds, very high clouds up in the atmosphere. And they can cause, obviously, the sun to be filtered out, so it could look yellow. Lots of cool sunsets overall. What's a waterspout? That's a great question. So waterspouts are sometimes referred to tornadoes just over water, but there's kind of two different types of waterspouts. There is one that is literally a tornado that is on water. Tornadoes are spinning columns of air that spin horizontally. So think of here's a cloud. They spin like this when they first start, but then you have what's called an updraft or a thunderstorm. Make this spin tilt, and get stretched vertically. So it starts like this, and then gets tilted, and then obviously makes it down to the ground. So you have what's called a convective tornado. But then water spouts, they actually form much easier than tornadoes because they don't have to deal with friction. If you didn't know, the surface of the earth with mountains, with hills, with trees, with just any ground, rather than water, is a lot of friction. So it kind of prevents our circulations to start. So, but over water is not a lot of friction at all, which enables even small thunderstorms and small pockets of air to spin up into water spouts. So water spouts are usually weaker unless they're like a tornado-ish water spout, but tornadoes are strictly on land. Water spouts are strictly on water. Hopefully that helps out. And also, last little fun tidbit, if a water spout does traverse from its water origin onto land, it is technically a tornado at that time. Hopefully that was a nice little breakdown. Edmonton's going to see severe weather here in the next hour, so prepare for that. Expecting large hail, high winds up to 100 kilometers per hour, as well as possible tornadoes. Let's go up. Let's go to Durham. So Durham just fell out of the tornado warning. That's good. Just your north still retains tornado warning, and honestly, I don't see that becoming a threat. Durham, though, will be seeing flash flooding, so do not drive through flooded roadways in the region there. Thank you, AZ, for the donation. Almost got me. I just saw a lightning flash. Oh gosh, stay safe. When thunder roars, or if you see lightning, you go indoors. Stay safe. It's Durham, not Durham. My bad. Thank you for the correction. Guys, another severe thunderstorm warning out for Greenville. This is quite surprising. Look how tiny these storms are. They're starting getting reinvigorated here. Heading towards Woodruff, Cross Anchor, Union, Lockhart, and Lawrence. Let's go back to Edmonton. I'm about to take a probably quick breather to get some dinner in and rehydrate, get a little and also the United States threat's starting to wane. We still have some flash flooding and a couple of tornado warnings ongoing, but I do think the highest end threat's waning. Man, look at this, guys. Look at this storm complex heading to Edmonton. This thing's nasty. Timing it out. Let's see if I can get a vector for you guys. 1, 2. Okay, hold up. It's 7:05. 7:05 to 41. I'm gonna time this out for you guys here in Edmonton. I know there's a lot of people watching from Edmonton, so take the quick. Because I always struggle to use this tool sometimes, so bear with me. Okay. Speed's probably 45 to reach in 2 hours. Oh boy, what have I done? I'm trying to time it out, but oh gosh. Oh boy. Okay, sorry guys. I swear like a double click. Okay, I think I'm working on it. See, I swear I need to practice with this tool off camera because it's always so embarrassing when I use it. Come on. Oh, now it's broken. What the heck? Okay, well, there's rain. I think I literally just broke the tool. Oh no, here we go. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here's a little timeline for the region. According to the latest speed estimates on this severe thunderstorm entering Edmonton, you can expect impact in about an hour, I'd say, off latest radar estimates, moving kind of a northeasterly direction. Is this good, guys? I'm sorry it took so long, but sorry, Happy Man. I don't have a lot of information regarding India weather. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I will practice. I promise you, I'll practice more on that later. Off camera, so we don't have to embarrass myself later. Oh, jeez. I don't think we're in a tornado danger anymore, just flash flooding. There are still some isolated tornado pockets here. You can see along, especially the southern, and like into North Carolina. Now, the East Coast, I do agree. I think the tornado risk is really starting to wane. But man, take a look at this, guys. Again, over a 1 in 200 year flood happening here in Quakertown and the surrounding communities. Luckily, the rain is finally starting to wane, but I think actually with that, I'm going to take a quick break because I want to be back on live for Edmonton. So quick thank you to all the United States viewers. You guys are the best. Thank you guys so much for the support. We've hit so many cool and amazing milestones just over the past 3 weeks. The past 2 months have just been insane. We've basically doubled our total following across all platforms. So thank you guys so much. If you have any lingering questions, number 1, join the Discord. Link is in my bio. That's a direct link to me. It's when I'll announce when I go live. And also, number 2, if you're from Edmonton, say hi in chat. I will be trying to go live. Hopefully in 30 minutes, I'll go quick, eat quick, and then I'll hop back on so we can go through the storm together because I am a little worried about how intense the storm is. I also might do a special Canadian joint stream. So if you are an extrovert and possibly want to show us the storm from your point of view, come back. And last little thing I'll mention, look at this thing, guys. 80-mile-per-hour windstorm happening here in South Dakota. All right, I think I hit all my stuff. Philadelphia is done, Braden, for today. You're going to be all done for severe weather. Still seeing some lingering showers, so flooding risk is still there. But overall, there's a last little tornado warning we'll go on is an extended tornado warning for in Batesville, as well as the surrounding communities, guys. Thank you so much for the support today. Yeah, I'll show Denver as my last little thing here. Keep you up to date. Make sure you guys follow if you enjoy the stream. We're going to be live throughout, whether severe weather events are happening or any other severe weather or weather events in the United States or Canada or any big topics across the world. Take care of each other. Stay safe. Yes, Edmonton's getting hit hard. I'm going to be live. Don't worry. I'm going to be live about 30 minutes. Here's the radar. Edmonton's going to hit about an hour. I'll be trying to be live sooner than that. So here's the radar. Here's Edmonton. Here are the storms. Obviously, powerful storms producing about 100 kilometer per hour winds, as well as concerning large hail and possible tornadoes. Cool. Ocean City, Gabby, I'll end with you. Thank you for your support. You will have a severe weather complex getting out of there now. You're obviously having rain. Over the next hour or two, it should start to clear out, and your rest of your night should be at least a little bit more calmer in regards to lightning and thunderstorm activity. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourself. You guys got it. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Okay, YouTube. Appreciate you watching. Lots of viewers there, too. Thank you, guys. I'm going to